Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Hello, Jewellery Makers, Chloe Jones, everybody. Quick before she goes. Quick. That was quick. Look, she's there. Oh, she's gone. Considering head of TV, yeah, she's the most camera shy person I think you could ever meet. Does not like being on air, does our Chloe?
Strange, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, she's a good egg. Michael spilled poise there, ready to pounce. See if she's still there. No, she's gone. She's gone. Okay, are you ready for, we've kind of eased ourselves into, I think, Tuesday. I think we have. I think we've gently eased ourselves in, but there's no more easing, let's just say. We are definitely about to bring you the dilly rather than the dally. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Did I say that the right way around?
Remarkable.
Remarkable.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, remarkable, as you've said it, jewellery, an amazing kit at a super affordable price tag. Demonstrations I'm excited
quite a crazy
about.
price, to be honest.
Crazy price.
Yeah.
We've also got your Deflecto. Sorry, I keep saying it like that.
You have to go Deflecto.
Yeah, Deflecto. It's like a little superhuman.
Hero.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Superhuman, even. Yeah, it's a really cool brand name.
What would your superhero power be?
What would mine be?
Mine would be invisibility, without a doubt. Or flying. One or the other. Quite like that. I'd love to look like Captain America, but that's never going to happen. So
I don't know. I can see you as Captain America. I don't know what. I wouldn't want to see into the future. I don't want to know that.
No, it's a good one.
I don't know. This is our deflector that's coming up. That's another good text topic, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, all coming your way with the caddies, etc. And we've bundled them as well, so which means that they are super duper affordable, Jewellery Makers. Right then, onto your kit. So lovely. You said it, ridiculously low price tag.
Do you know what it is? Do you know the price of this one?
I think so. I think. And it's all of this.
Yeah, it's brill.
So you're getting your £10, firstly. I can't remember the last time I actually had the £10 fire line. So very strong. The £10 is the equivalent weight, basically, that it can actually hold before the actual threading material will snap, I suppose. So very strong, and when you invest as much time as seed beaders do, it makes sense to sort of invest in the actual threading material. Would you agree with that?
Well, stupidly, I don't think I've still got the mark, yeah. I tried, why do you do these things? I tried to snap some fire line and it cut my finger.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's curiosity,
just to prove,
I suppose.
So when it says £10, it's not £10, it's £100. I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't physically snap fire line or wildfire. I've tried.
You've actually tried doing it, so you didn't actually manage to snap it at all?
No, just cut my finger.
Oh, well, there we are. Don't try that at home then, folks.
No.
As you can see, it's actually, you can see the little fish there as well. It's a form of fishing line, so it's completely transparent. This is actually the crystal clear, the white colour, so it'll disappear within your designs. So £10 break point, you get, is it 50 yards on there?
Yes.
50 yards in total. So there's your fire line, but you're also getting all of these, including your ruler beads. So these are new. I've not seen the ruler beads before.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They really are. So you get the 4 tubes of your ruler beads. I'll describe them to you now. You've got the gilt lined opal 8-Os. So obviously that's these ones just here. You have your silver line dark gold, 11 O's, so that's these ones just here. Is that right? Have I said that right? Yeah. Yeah, 11 O's. Then you also have your ruler luster gold, 22 gram tube, 3 by 5 millimeters. So obviously you can tell which ones they are. And you have your crystal bronze aluminium. So I've never actually seen a ruler bead. So it's actually spelled R-U-L-L-A. No,
yes,
never.
I'm not sure whether it's ruler or but I've called them ruler.
Yeah.
In the past, we've had them in little packets. And this is the first time I've seen them in tubes.
They're fab, aren't
They're
they?
lovely. They're really cute.
But they're going to build, aren't they? They're going to grow. And you just said you didn't have any vision when you first started that pendant.
No. And this is.
So you've used them all.
So you can always tell if I've had amazing fun with a kit by what's left. Look.
Wow.
So
yeah.
For me to have an empty tube, that's pretty unheard of.
Yeah, because they will go a long way.
Yeah, I just love them.
Is it a kit that people can start their jewellery making journey with?
Yeah, and if you're a fan of super duos, as I am, you can replicate the designs that you would use with your super duos with the rulers as well, because they're not squidged either end, but you have that same sort of length and shape with the two drill holes. So just treat them as a super duo to start with, and that'll just give you then the inspiration to start making your own designs.
Yeah,
they're
really
lovely.
beautiful.
They're robust as well. They're a big chunky little bead.
Yeah, they're like sort of very almost curvy rectangles, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
love that. Double drilled. Already, these are flying out the door. How many did we have then, Wayne? We had 100. And we're approaching half the stock already being sold. So let's bring that amazing price that we've been referring to onto your screen.
This won't surprise you why it's going. I think it's a ridiculous price, but there we go. There we go.
Wow. Wow.
That's
yeah, just prior to the show, we were actually, obviously, during our preparation, and we discussed this, and you went, oh, you kind of took
I'm going to stop coming in the morning and asking prices of things.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you want to have the surprise?
Yeah, and because I know what's coming, and I think, oh no.
No, because then we can give everybody a heads up, can't we? But it's a very, very popular kit, as you can imagine. Yeah, you're loving this price too. Hiya, Sandy, Janice, Marjorie, Glenda, John and Janet, Sarah, Joy, Maureen, hello, Sharon, Kathleen, Barbara, Merseyside, Sandy's there. If it's in your baskets, we only had 100. That is not a huge quantity. So this is what we're going to be learning then, Mark. So you've called this, what did you say?
They're just ruler bricks.
Ruler bricks?
Yeah, you can do them all sorts of shapes and sizes, but it's a really simple little technique. But I just think I've popped them on a bit of memory wire, necklace memory wire there, and I just think it looks really
contemporary.
Yeah. You could just have one in the centre if you wanted to, just make it a longer one or shorter, lots of shorters.
You could do a CB Santa sticking out the top of it.
Oh,
make like a chimney.
Nice idea. Just have the little hat if you want.
Yeah,
I've got this thing about chimneys.
Have you?
What is it?
It's
quite weird.
Go on. What about chimneys?
Well, I just like photographing them and...
You like photographing chimneys?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bigger the better, the elaborate shapes the better.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it about a chimney then that fascinates you?
No
so that's what you should, in your next life, be a chimney sweep.
Yeah, be a chimney sweep.
Cool.
Because you do have them these days still.
You do, yeah.
I used to love it when the chimney sweep used to come around and do our house when I was a youngster. I'd be like, yeah, it's going to get messy.
Because the man who goes on the outside of chimneys is called a steeplejack, but I wouldn't want to be a steeplejack.
No. Okay.
Did we have a question then?
Question. Will ruler beads work in, what's that?
Yes.
With half tillers?
Yes, they will. And full tillers.
Good question, actually.
It's the same gap between the drill holes as well, so it'll be, but they look amazing together, actually. They look
Love
lovely.
that.
They look lovely.
Okay, take it away. So you're going to create this beautiful brick pendants.
Yeah, so they're really, really funky. I'll move those out of the way. So what we're going to do is, you don't need very much thread, so a couple of feet of thread. And we need to pop a stopper bead on the end. So I'm using one of my little 8-O's in the gold, like so. Okay, and then first of all, you need to decide how long you need your brick to be. So I'm going to start with 5 bricks long, which is the central piece on the necklace. So I'm just going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could do this at L, it's really easy.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, really easy. So there we've got our 5 beads to start. So that's going to be the length of our brick. So what we're going to do is we're just going to flip 2 over. So we're going to miss 1, flip, and you can see the gaps now. So in effect, this is a type of peyote that we're going to be doing. So we're going to fill the gaps.
You've got little turrets.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what we're going to do to start is we're going to take our needle, and all we're going to do a thread bridge. So we're coming out of the top left, we're going to go across into the top right, just that first bead. We're going to slide that down. Okay, and we're just going to flip the next one across, so you can see we've got that little turret. We're going to fill the gap with another bead. So we're just going to miss 1 through 1, pull that nice and tight, and then that will flip, sit nice and neatly. Twist there, there we go. Okay, so that's now going to sit in nice and neat, and then we're going to flip 1, miss 1. So flip 1.
You could alternate the colours as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, you can do all sorts of things with this. I'm just going to pull that through. Make sure I don't get my thread caught. So if I lay it down flat, you can see now that we're starting to have our little. I just make sure they're wanting to do the job before I've got there. So just flatten that. So you can see it's like a little brickwork pattern starting to form. Now what we need to do, we need to continue this pattern. So on each of our rows, we have 4. We have 4 of our stones. Okay, so I'll just do a few more rows. Just pull that nice and tight. Oops. Make sure that's in position. There we go. So I'm going to go back up this way now. So I'm going to take my first stone. I'm going to go back up. And I'm going to fill the gap with the next one. Like you said, you can alternate the colours on this. So you can have one side one colour, one side the other, or you can have the outer edges in one colour. Now when we get to the top, you'll see that there's nowhere for this bead to go. So we're going to slide it down, and we're going to do a thread bridge again. So we're going to hold it nice and flat, and we're going to go back down to do the next side. So we're going to fill the gaps because they're already there waiting. This is quite a nice design as it is. You can just have a bracelet. It's like a watch strap.
Yes, I was thinking exactly the same. Yeah. And also, the other day we actually had it was yesterday actually, we had the launch of a Cleopatra necklace. Did you see that? The silver Cleopatra necklace. It was in this direction as opposed to, but you could almost recreate, be inspired by that very necklace and make your own sea-beaded version with this technique.
You could.
Because it could go all the way around the wristline, all the way around the neckline.
Wow.
That would be amazing.
So
if you just carried on.
Okay, so we're just go up to this one here, and we're going to have 3 of each. So we're just going to, we're going to slide it down and go through the top. So it's always a thread bridge on that top row. So there's 3, so we're nearly there. So now we're just going to take our bead, we're going to go down, pull through. 1 and 2. So we've got 2 rows of 4, but we need to make sure that the others are 4 as well. So we're just going to go in, we're going to go up through, and then we're going to take our next one. As I said, this would just be 1 bead on a simple piece of memory wire. It would look quite contemporary.
Yeah, really lovely.
Then we'll do our last bead.
It's like a fabric almost, isn't it?
Yep. So then we're going to go across, and we're going to do our thread bridge, but we're going to stop at that point. So if I lay it down, so what you can do, you can just continue with this and have a really nice bracelet, or you could fill those 2 gaps here with an 8/0 CB, something like that, just to finish off.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it in half. So we're just going to give it a bit of a squidge.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't expecting you to do that.
And can you see now the gaps that we've got on the right-hand side? We're just going to take our beads across.
Oh.
So what we're going to do, we're going to zip up. So if I go down this way, so we're going to go across. There's my last bead. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to take my needle. Make sure that's in position. And we're going to bring this next one across, and we're going to sew down, which will then capture this one. Okay, so that's caught it nice and tight. We're going to go up again in a second just to strengthen. And then we're going to go down this side. So basically, this is called zipping up. So then we've pushed that into position. We've gone down, and then we're going to catch this one at the bottom. Okay, and then what I'm just going to move that little stopper bead out of the way, and I'm just basically going to go up. So you're just going to take in, and now all the holes are aligned all the way up.
Can you imagine making lots of these individual like components and treating them as beads?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you can if you see the top here, you can, as I said, what I've done with the memory wire is I've taken it down through that gap there.
Yeah.
Taken it through, you see, which is holding it all together.
Oh.
And then so I'm just going to go up through the last two. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down the outside again and just strengthen. You might need to do a couple at a time rather than all the way down. So all the way down. We're going to go down through the last one, which is at the bottom. Then we're going to slide off our stopper.
Don't need that anymore?
Don't need that anymore. I'm just going to do a single knot to tighten it all up. And then we're going to do a double knot. And then what you would do then is you would then take one of your threads that's still got your needle on. So I've learnt this now, that I'm going to start threading my thread through beads before I cut it off, in case you get too close to the knot.
Did you learn the hard way?
Yes.
Okay.
On a workshop. It's quite embarrassing, as you can imagine. So then once you've then done all your little threads, you're going to cut your threads off. So you would pretend that I've gone through and got rid of all that. Okay. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to move this board out of the way, and all you're going to do is you're just going to give it a squidge, all angles, just to make sure that it's sitting nice and neatly. And that's your little brick bead.
Look at how beautiful this is.
So you could have the dark colour on the outside, so you just see the little circles on the edge. This is exactly the same technique, but if you wanted it bigger, you just had 7 or 5. So this is 5 long, but then you can go 7, you can go 9. But it always has to be an odd number, so you need to start and finish with
That's
the same.
amazing.
They're really cute, aren't they?
They are cute, and I totally see Michael's idea as well.
Yeah. And you can make cufflinks with them, you see. They can be the exterior of a cufflink, and maybe a silver 8mm round on the inside of the cuff.
Love that. See, I thought when I was actually looking from this angle, I actually thought this area here, we now know it's actually looking down on one of your ruler beads. But I actually thought that was one of your normal sea beads.
Ah, I think they're right. They're really good.
Really good idea. Love that. So yeah, if you make these and make sure you send your pictures into the Wall of Fame, they're fab.
And as I said, all I've done for the necklace, if I bring the necklace across, so all I've done for the necklace is so the first one in the middle is 7. It's 7 from top to bottom, and then 5, and then 3. So if you wanted to, you just do 9. You can do 11, and if you wanted to go all the way around, graduating.
Really
size.
cool. I'm loving that.
I think they're really fun.
Yeah,
really
I've never seen anything like it before.
And if you didn't want to fold them up and zip them, you can just have them flat as a brick stitch bracelet.
Oh, Sarah said it's like a gorgeous little dry stone wall. Love it. Yes. It is actually, and that's a real skill, isn't it? Dry stone walling. Yeah. Because you're basically, it's like a big jigsaw puzzle.
It is. It's brilliant.
I'm loving that. And this is a Mark Smith invention, isn't it?
I've not seen it before. I just was trying to, because I did the bracelet originally, and I thought, why can't you then flatten and make a little brick and then...
Love it, love it. And what about this technique?
This is called the butterfly bracelet. And that, again, that's a type of POT as well. That's really simple to do. They just look so effective.
But yeah, make sure you grab yours. Make sure you check out your basket, because this is a popular kit, obviously. $22.95, and it is going to go a long way.
Well, as you can see, I've made masses with it.
Yeah.
And, I mean that bracelet, the cross bracelet. I mean that's really the ruler bead heavy, isn't it?
But what a statement piece this is. I love the fact as well that your kit will go perfectly with that beautiful... It actually goes with kit part 2 as well, doesn't it?
Both the kits go together beautifully.
Yeah, so it will go with your amazing, amazing tiger's eye strand that is coming up in the 12 o'clock hour. We're both in agreement that this is the finest tiger's eye strand that I think we've brought to
Marie and I spoke together a few months ago to bring in stock for Makes for Men Day.
Yeah.
And I said that we need to get some really beautiful, really lovely tiger's eye. And as I said, this is the most phenomenal strand of tiger's eye we've ever had, ever, in Jewellery Maker history. It's so beautiful. And then we don't have purple and green and that fuchsia pink. This is a really nice, basic 3 colours.
Dark colours.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Okay. Shall I bring you some?
Look at these little bundles.
Some more ruler beads.
Brilliant. Oh.
Sorry.
How did it end up over here?
I don't know. How did it go in that direction? I must have given it a bit of backspin. Unintentional backspin. So hang on. These are all your ruler beads that are in addition to your kit. So if you want to get more, make sure you're well stocked. I've never brought ruler beads to air before.
Well, I've only seen them I've had them once before on CB Day back in birthday week, but I've not had them since. I've only seen them a couple of times. And the one on the end is a duet. It's blue and black.
Oh yes. So duets are very, very, very clever, aren't they? Because you're basically getting two colours for the price of one.
And if you thread them in the right way and you move them, you can leave messages.
Yes.
Do you remember Leslie Rogalski had "Red Love"? I think it was written on a bracelet, and you move it and change it. It was really, really clever. Yeah.
So they're all the ruler bead shape and size. Obviously, those I think we've described them as sort of curved. Rectangles.
Wow.
Okay, there's only 45 and 15 have gone already, Wayne was telling me. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised by that. I love this colour in the centre. Look at that.
Isn't it? It's
really
like
beautiful.
Is it an ivory? Oh, they call it white, don't they?
So you get black, white and blue bronze. Yeah. Janice, you've done it. Catherine, you've done it. Olive, you've done it. Alison, Janet, Barbara, Dawn, Helen, Jane, Shirley, Ella, another Jane, Yvonne, Merseyside. There are so many. I've literally got 45. So if you haven't yet dialed, don't let that put you off. Give us a call. It is first come, first serve, because at the end of the day, I've read out quite a few names, but not every single one of those is actually checked out as of yet. So it is first come, first serve. A message coming through from Sarah. That blue is gorgeous. It matches the fabulous tiger's eye strand so well. Someone has a great eye for colour. Thank you, JM. Well, that's a bit of you, and that's a bit of Anne-Marie, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I think so. They are a fab team. Michael, have you got a good eye for colour?
This, do I?
Yeah.
I'd like to think so, but these are my favourite beads of all time so far.
Your favourite beads of all time?
Yeah. Oh. I reckon I could personally work with these.
Yeah. Michael does a little bit of jewellery making as well. We should get Michael on as a guest designer one day. I think so. Because you dabble.
Yeah.
You dabble. So yeah, if we gave you a kit and just say like, go on then, happy, go on, make away.
What's a dibble and a dabble?
What's a dibble and a dabble?
A dabble's like a paddle, isn't it?
I don't know.
You dabble in water, but I'm not sure what a dibble is.
I've got no idea.
Wasn't dibble a slang word for a policeman back in the day? Officer Dibble, that was it.
Is it? Ah, you said we live in our youth now, aren't we?
Yes.
Fab designs as usual from Mark. Indeed. I mean, if you look across those earrings, I mean, I've not even mentioned those earrings at the end with that lovely little halo all the way around those tiger's eye. They are simply stunning. They're coming up in the next kit. But yeah, I mean, but they're achievable designs as well.
Oh, really simple. Really, really simple. I mean, this basic one here is just that simple threading. So, I've got to worry about this one. But, I mean, if I bring the earrings across, these are the earrings using the rulers, and they're double-sided. So
really?
So we've got that. So we've got the star on that side. And you can see the circles, which are the ends in the middle. And then if I flip it round, you just get a different look from that side. So that's one way.
Love
and then
that.
Flip it round.
So if you wanted to make something which is maybe a little bit more spring-like, because lots of our Jewellery Maker customers are making their spring collections now. Here we go. Here's some spring colours. So
it's very Easter, isn't it, for me?
Oh, is it?
Easter colours.
Yeah. Love that. You've got a really beautiful azure blue here. So sea rose. It is described as turquoise and pastel light rose. I personally would have said that's more azure blue myself, but there we go. I'm not gonna. That's just my personal opinion. $12.95. These are pretty colours, but equally they'll go with the bundle that you've just had, the kits that you've had, and that you will be having in a few moments' time. Is there anything stopping me using my ruler beads with your gemstones?
No, absolutely not. We've got the amethyst coming up, haven't we?
Yeah. Oh, actually,
that light rose would be amazing with that.
Gorgeous combination. Marie is particularly fond of this strand, by the way, folks. Yeah, she popped in earlier and went, "Ooh, deal of the day, that's amazing." You won't believe the price on it, folks. It's going to be incredible. But yeah, I literally think those three together will make some real statement pieces of jewellery. Could I, and this is how, I've got a very basic mind. I have.
You have.
Well, I have. About jewellery making it is, anyway. Could I literally just double strand, take a piece of elastic through one drill hole and another through another drill hole and make like a double stranded stretchy?
Yeah. Or two pieces of memory wire, bracelet memory wire, you can do exactly the same thing. Yeah. Simple. Job done.
Alternate the colours.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That'd be
I like
really
the
nice.
idea of that.
Yeah.
So, £12.95. How many did we have of these then, Wayne? How many did we have? We had 50 of them, so yeah, there's half the stock's gone already. Not surprised, not surprised at all. Check out those baskets if you want to guarantee success. They're almost like an iridescent pink, aren't they?
Yeah, that blue is quite unusual actually. It's a flat colour, isn't it? We don't get flat colours very often.
No.
There's always some sort of treatments that are happening to them, so it's quite nice to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to describe it as matte because it's not matte, but I think I get where you're coming from with that one. Yeah, looking like it is going to be another on-screen sellout. Your Deflecto is coming to screens in just over half hour's time. We've got some amazing bundles to bring you, and also an introduction to be made. So that's very exciting, very exciting. So yeah, have a go, but make sure you send all your pictures of your creations of your ruler beads into us here at Jewellery Maker on your wall of fame. You never know, you might win some JM Readies, but also we get to admire all of your fabulous creations as well. Okay, moving on to... Can I show you this strand that we've got coming up? Look at the quality of this Ethiopian opal.
It has a sort of a pink hue about it, doesn't it?
It does.
It's beautiful.
The body colour is quite unique, isn't it?
Yes.
It's actually, for me, it's Australian opal and Ethiopian opal. You know, if it would be their offspring. Do you see where I'm coming from? You've actually got quite a crisp, bright body colour, I suppose. That's how I describe it. But with just so much play of colour, which ultimately is what we aspire to when it comes to this gemstone. It's what it doesn't have a crystal structure, so it doesn't form in the same way that things like diamonds, sapphires and rubies do. Look at that. It's all formed out of tiny silica spheres, which is quite amazing, really. But the more play of colour, the more desirable your opal is. That's coming up in how long? 10 minutes time. 10 minutes time. Just remind me. Oh my goodness! Can I? Wait.
No way.
Yeah, seriously. I've only got 25 of those strands, and they will sell out because that is a ridiculous price. Ridiculous. Were you expecting that?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
gosh. Okay.
Okie dokie. Right. Let's bring you some amethyst. This is a nice strand. Ooh.
Nice old school.
Old school JM. This with the bundle that you've just had, those rulers that you had a few moments ago. Yeah, old school JM strand. Rich, intense, beautiful amethyst. Of course, we've got the delicate pinks coming up as your dealer day. In fact, they'd be an amazing combination together. So long strand. That's the first thing that strikes me for this quality. You know, you'd imagine it to be maybe sort of half that length. Look at that colour. I mean, it's the very definition of what amethyst actually aspires to be. It's that really beautiful chocolate box purple almost in a classic rondelle strand. We will always, I think, bring you rondelles here at Jewellery Maker because they are so versatile, aren't they?
It's probably my favourite shape after rounds.
Is it?
I think so.
£6.95.
Okay.
Okay, it's happening.
Again, with that ruler we've just had, the pink ruler, and those actually, that'll make a nice kit. Yeah, very Wimbledon. That'll be with us soon. When's that? August?
Before we know it. June, isn't it?
Is it June?
Is it June?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's June or July. Before we know it, yeah, I know. We say this, but literally, how quick do the years go?
It's crazy.
It's true what they say. The older you get, the faster it goes. It is true, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's an amazing combination. But equally, I'll be using this alongside your deal of the day as well. Some really beautiful pink amethyst that we've got coming your way. £6.95. I'm moving on. I'll leave those for you with you. Okay, moving on to... I had my eye on this strand, I've got to admit. I really like this. So it's not turquoise. I know most people would actually think straight away, oh, turquoise. They're often mistaken for one another, but you get a very, very similar matrix across the surface of each of those gemstones. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I really, really like the fact that these are ovals, because for me, with them being ovals, you see more of that pattern, more of that texture. This is magnesite.
They look like dinosaur eggs that are just beginning to hatch. Don't you think?
I can see. I think you had a really good night's sleep last night, and you dreamt lots of things. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think you've had some.
I was in bed by 8 o'clock last night.
Were you?
And I was out by 1 minute past, I think. It's crazy. Slept right through.
What, 12 hours?
Yeah.
12 hours sleep?
Well, no, I was up at 5.
Oh, right.
That's 9 hours.
Of course you were here.
Yeah.
Of course. I always have that intention, but it never materialises. Like last night, I was like, okay, right. When I left here, Willow was particularly poorly. She went down to sleep, and I was like, oh, just do the ironing as you do. So I'll do it now. And then I'll have a nice early night tonight. No, I was in bed at 11 o'clock last night. Don't know why. Don't know why. Yeah, but yeah, you're very creative with your thoughts today. I love these textures though, and again, it's a gemstone that I think you can use for gents and ladies jewellery. It has got that beautiful kind of aged look to it, doesn't it? An amazing aged look that has got these textures across the surface. Can I macrame with these?
You can. They look amazing actually with macrame. Quite big drill holes by the looks of things.
Gents jewellery?
Yeah. I would use the amethyst you just had.
Yeah.
Or a really bright orange.
Yeah.
That might be quite funky. I love that combination together, purple and turquoise.
Really lovely.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful combination, and simple techniques as well. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated when you've got such a an exquisite gemstone as this one here. £6.95. Well done, jewellery makers. Are you all ready for the next hour? It's going to be amazing. Deflecto. I'm going to ask. About that. The actual branding name, where it came from. Is that a question I should ask?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where did Deflecto come from? Because it does sound like a superhero, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's like, it's all different. It's like the ruler. Where did that come from? Where did that name? Anyway, moving on to... This is pretty. It's been added to my order. I can't remember the last time I actually saw clear quartz in faceted rounds. Can you?
No. Do you know what we've got coming up? Again, this is another outcome from a strategy meeting with Marie. Christmas Day, we have got a showcase. I can't believe we've got these back again. Of clear, crackled, faceted quartz.
Ooh.
We've got it back after 4 years.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah,
we're doing a showcase on Christmas morning.
Wow, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So yeah, it's been. Let me explain, because firstly, never ever we shouldn't be complacent with any gemstone. Clear quartz. At the end of the day, to get this kind of quality, it has to be liquid-like in its clarity. So we can bring you quartz as a mineral, which will be almost opaque, will be quite dark, quite sort of murky, if you like. Gem quality like this will have diamond-like clarity. And another indication of the quality that you're getting here is they wouldn't facet it to this degree if it didn't have that clarity.
That's true.
They wouldn't do that, would they? It's been added to my order, most definitely. 34 carats you're getting here in a 3mm round. I hope we've got quantity of these then. Oh, I've got less than 50 of them. That's I wouldn't be just buying one of those at all. Wouldn't be buying just the one. I'd be stocking up when I actually get the chance, alongside the peridot that you had a few moments ago, alongside your seed beads that you've had, definitely alongside your deal of the day. Amazing. Look at that, diamond-like clarity. Use them alongside simple, basic jewellery making techniques at the end of the day.
Do you remember you and I a couple of weeks ago had a deal of the day, and it was 4 or 5 strands of different coloured dyed spinels? Do you remember? I do. That would look amazing with this. It would look beautiful. Because I would treat these in the same way that I would maybe if they were diamonds. You know, I'd use them maybe to sort of accentuate or punctuate within a design. But I mean, even if you took, I don't know, like a sterling silver component, look, a really lovely tennis bracelet. How pretty that is. It's a beautiful strand, beautiful. Gorgeous. I'm joining you on this opportunity, and I won't be just buying the one. I love a 3mm round. Faceted makes it even more amazing. And at £7.95, well, it's unmissable, isn't it? Catherine, Tess, well done to you. Sorry, make sure you check out those baskets. I'm absolutely amazed. I'm going to say it as it is. You know, I always do that, jewellery makers. I'm amazed these haven't sold out already, in truth, because for this level of quality, and for once, I'm really not complaining, because I want to buy these. Me personally. Really not complaining, but we only had 48 of them, but there's still quantity, so quite surprised about that. A couple of weeks ago, I had a kit, and I had metal snowflake frames
Yes.
I was with you.
Yes.
This
They'd
would be
perfect.
amazing for that. Yeah.
I don't know, because I'm
Because
going
they've
to be up
got,
in
for
my
me,
order now.
they've got that Swarovski sparkle without the high-end price tag.
Yeah, they have.
And they're genuine
That's a genuine
gemstones.
gemstone,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah.
Okay, moving on to... Ooh, this with those clear quartz, actually.
Wow, that's massive.
There are only 18 of these available.
Oh, my word.
Look at those together.
Wow. That's
Aquamarine.
beautiful. What a lovely hue to it as well.
That is absolutely stunning, and
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about, you know, we mentioned it earlier, very glacial, quite frozen-esque, isn't it, that combination of those
if
two?
Larimar was a... What's the word? Oh, my words are rubbish today. You know, Larimar, what I'm trying to say is that if Larimar was shiny and sparkly, this was what it would be. So what are the... So Larimar is an opaque...
An opaque gemstone.
Okay,
So if it was a transparent gemstone.
Yes, so
okay.
if Larimar was a transparent, it would look like this.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Quality Larimar anyway, yeah, because you've got that beautiful brightness, haven't you? Yeah, I mean, if you've ever actually had the fortune of going to some stunning places like Switzerland or France, and actually sort of been to any of the alpine regions, yeah, or if you're a skier in particular, you'd have seen these colours within the snow, the reflection of the snow. It's genuine aquamarine, March's birthstone. Wow, you won't believe this price. It's crazy, crazy low. It's not going to hang around, let's put it that way. That's incredible. I'd actually use this alongside your beautiful, beautiful opal that is coming up in a few moments' time, which again, you won't believe the price tag of this, but it's a limited quantity. Don't you think those two go together?
Perfect. Oh, yes. Very... what's going on with me today? I was going to say very bridal mermaid.
Bridal mermaid? Okay. It might. Somebody might want it. That might be the theme of their day.
It could well be.
I've heard of stranger weddings. It's got to be true.
Could have an Aquaman wedding.
Aquaman wedding.
That's coming out soon, isn't it?
Is
or is
it?
it already out? No, it's coming out.
weddings coming out.
Aquaman wedding.
Aquaman.
I wouldn't mind going to that wedding, just, you know, just for kicks. Okay, wow, $12.95, incredible, well done, Jewellery Maker. So coming your way, we have got a star by not to miss. It really is. Are we doing it now? Okay. Very, very, very limited edition. The quality of this opal is textbook. You know, this is a gemstone which hasn't got a crystal structure. It's all about its silica spheres and the beautiful optical effect, like the aurora borealis trapped within a gemstone. That's what you're looking for. You're not going to believe this star by price.
Can I look at that piece of paper again?
Yes.
Because was I looking at the right line? Which line is it that I'm looking at?
Just there.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to put 60 seconds on this clock.
Okay.
See, I couldn't speak then.
No.
I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. And then we are going to bring the graphics onto your screen, and that is when you need to start dialing. If you are an opal lover, which, I mean, Shakespeare himself said that this is the queen of gemstones, you're looking for optimum play of colour. Play of colour is basically, before we actually sort of see the strand, play of colour is produced from tiny silica spheres. If we were to look inside an opal in under a microscope, basically, it's tiny, tiny silica spheres. When they are kind of positioned very regimentally, you know, sort of like a brick formation, I suppose. That's when you actually see less play of colour. When they are very sporadic and sort of dispersed internally around the gemstone, and as white light enters in, you'll see these different colours. Now, the rarest colours are the top ones of the spectrum, so your reds, your oranges, your yellows, your blues, etc. They're the rarest colours to actually see, and it's something to do with the distance that the light actually has to travel between the gemstone and the observer, aka you and I. But that's the kind of scientific side of things. Basically, you want more play of colour over more surface area. So we pay a premium for that. We would expect if we went into a jeweller's, we would actually pay an optimum premium for for opal rather, with a firework display within. Wait until you see this. I wish I had more, I really do. There is less than 50 of these available. So it's a very, very, very limited quantity. Each of these are completely natural. It's not been dyed, it's not been coated, it's not been treated in any way, shape or form. This is how quality opal aspires to look. So can you see the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the greens, the blues? It's all in there. But then let me just also remind you, jewellery makers, that we're looking at the shallowest part of the gemstone. So we're looking at the side profile. So if I were to cut the strand, I'm not going to, but if I were to cut the strand, you will have that large table surface. So you're going to see even more of this amazing performance. Get your certificate of authenticity. Start dialing through, because in 60 seconds, I think it's going to be an absolute frenzy to grab these. 60 seconds starts now. So the one thing I do think that we need to forget after today is how much that you invested on this strand, because it is no reflection of the true value or worth. Please, please, please do not think that this is a gemstone which actually has got the price tag that you're about to see ordinarily. You're getting a long strand here, more than enough to actually make a really full tennis bracelet if you wanted to, matching earrings and probably even some pendants there as well. I hope you've already done what you need to do. You've already gone and got your phones, you've gone and got, I don't know, you're logged in on your tablet or your app, or your poised and waiting, ready to check out, because it's one of those, it's too beautiful to be in our vault, and it's ridiculous really, the start buy price that we're taking it to. To be honest, I think we could add a digit in front of that price. Do you agree?
Oh, easily, without, actually.
Do you think our viewers are expecting what's about to happen?
No, not at all.
I don't either. No. So if you know, Mark and myself, you trust us, and you love this, and it's, it's pulling on those heartstrings, you just need to be there on those phone lines, because it doesn't get any better than what you're about to see. 10 carats. So again, you've got a milestone carat weight there. Most people would aspire to owning a 1 carat Ethiopian opal of this carat, let alone 10. Already 5 of these have sold. Thank you for your trust. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Is that 10 now? Yeah, 10 of them have gone.
I just love from here, looking down, that overlying hue, that sort of pinky turquoisey glow. It glows, doesn't it?
We need to bring that price onto your screen, because these are going to sell out before. See what I mean? For this level of quality of Ethiopian opal, look at that.
That's mad.
I've just sheltered it slightly with my hands there, because the studio lighting doesn't do this gemstone any favours, believe it or not. But when you actually get this out into natural sunlight, it's going to look even more spectacular than what you see here in the studio, because you'll have just the one light source. These are going to sell out. Do you see what I mean? This could have been 130 something, couldn't it? Easily. We're over allocated, so if it's in those baskets, you need to check them out. Sue, Tess, Diane, Yorkshire, Natasha, Laura, Ella. There's quite a few more of you there. I can't see your names. If you've got a phone in your hand, fabulous. You're in exactly the right place. Stay where you are. Margaret, you've just got yours. Doris, you've just got yours. Hello, Lorna. Louisa, Sussex. Hello to you, Surrey. Amanda's just multi-bought. Clever. I would be doing the same. London's multi-bought. Liz is multi-bought. Nikki, Beverly, you're there as well. Sit back and enjoy. This is on its way to you. But yeah, truly, some of the most beautiful, beautiful quality Ethiopian opal, naturally occurring as well. But one of the few gemstones that doesn't have what we call a crystal structure, because it's basically tiny, tiny drops of water, silica, that will actually form within cracks and crevices of a host rock, and over thousands upon thousands of years produce this beautiful, genuine gemstone. There are concerns for the mining of Ethiopian opal in that it's becoming very, very scarce, very, very limited. So if you are a collector or a connoisseur, you probably already know that, get it whilst you get the chance. And what do we want? Quality, and you've got it here in its droves. I can't believe that was just $34.95.
No. Well, there we go.
It's going to be a sellout within the next couple of minutes. Well done. Well done, well done. Okay. Ah, these are pretty.
Well,
so this can go back to your remedial bride.
Good. Yeah.
Whatever one of those is.
Yeah.
You never know.
You up for this new Mary Poppins film?
Yes.
It looks amazing, doesn't it?
I like the fact that we're sort of reinventing the classics as well.
Yeah.
But there's pressure to do that, isn't there? Real pressure, because you can't spoil it.
No.
Mary Poppins is a great film. I had Wizard of Oz on in our house the other day when it was sat there like that. Don't like it. She didn't like it.
I'm not a big fan, I have to say. I fast forward the monkey bits.
Yeah, the monkeys are quite frightening, to be honest, yeah. All the others, I like, it's a classic, it's a classic. I grew up with that now. Anyway, beautiful peach sculptured pearls. These are pretty, aren't they? They're genteel. There's so much that you could do with just simple, basic restranding. Do you think?
Yeah, they're lovely shape, aren't they?
Pretty.
Really nice.
£6.95 for genuine sculptured
our 38
pearls.
centimetres, you personally can get at least 2 bracelets. Out of that strand, can't you? Plus earrings as well.
Yeah, and earrings. And
amazing.
let me just double check. Yeah, you've got quite large drill holes in these. This is the kind of size that I also used when I actually did my headdress for my wedding day. This is the one that I went for. So just doing little tiara twists and actually sort of weaving it onto, well, it was actually JM silk in actual fact. But can I use them with my seed beading? Because I'm looking across at your jewellery thinking that it'll match perfectly.
That'll look amazing, won't it? You can do the tubular netting with a 6mm. This is, well, 4 to 5mm, that's even better. Yeah, because that'd be amazing. So the crisscross necklace we've got over there.
Yes.
You can so instead of having those Swarovskis, you can use those little pearls.
Beautiful.
And just replicate it.
So you're almost framing them, aren't you, with the seed beads? Yeah, like just like this. Yeah, there we go.
You can just replicate that, but use the pearls instead. So I'll be getting 4 or 5 strands of this and just replicating that, maybe with a white seed bead.
Wow.
And the little where the threads cross, I would put a little 3mm Swarovski in there just to add a bit of bling.
That would just be the most
lovely,
amazing bridal piece of jewellery. Okay, moving on to some beautiful beryl as well. This would look lovely with the pearls that you've just had. Great textures. I'm a real fan of these sort of dramatic shards. I think, you know, jewellery, it's pretty. We want our jewellery to be pretty, but it can be fun. It can show a bit of personality. If you are a designated follower of fashion in particular, then you're going to see this a lot, actually, in sort of jewellery designs on the catwalk, for example. We're really embracing gemstones in their rough formation, but also in these beautiful shard shapes. So straight down to, this is beryl. So beryl is a gemstone family. You get aquamarine, you get morganite, you get goshenite, you get heliodor, you get golden beryls, all within this one amazing strand. Straight down to £6.95. £6.95. I know this was actually the sort of the beginning of Mark Smith, wasn't it? Really, here at JM.
The nuggets and chips and things. Yeah, I think it was.
It's what you got your name for, I think. Because whenever I look at these, I think about that beautiful necklace that I loved, which where you just literally multi-stranded it, was it?
That's all I did. That's all I did. Yeah, the simple twist. Yeah.
Love that.
I just love all those hues. This is the same sort of hue that the opal had.
It is actually.
Overall, yeah.
Quite innocent.
Yes.
An innocent colour. Make sure you check out those baskets if you want to guarantee success. You'll use these with all of your threading material as well. And again, if you are new to Jewellery Maker, you can layer these. I like them in earrings. Just choose a few of your favourite gemstones. You could maybe go for the aquamarine or the morganite, or mix them all together and create like a beautiful cascade pair of earrings from a pair of shepherd hooks. You could do that, couldn't you? You could colour match. I think I would colour match with this strand, actually. I don't know why, but this one is telling me to colour match. Okay, moving on, and I'm moving on to, ooh, what are these?
Oh, these are the halo beads.
Oh, my inner Beyonce so wanted to come out then.
You have an inner Beyonce, do you?
Well, I like to think so. When I'm on my own.
She's one of the most. She's one of the most richest. She's one of the.
One of the
richest woman on the planet. At the moment.
I'm not surprised by that. She's very influential, isn't she? Yeah. I bet she's a right diva.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I bet she is. I bet she is.
She's not on the Mariah Carey league for diviness, but I think. Oh, okay.
I can't even watch that woman. Just personally.
Right.
Sorry, I admire her, but I can't.
She loves you.
Does she? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Mariah. Sorry. She's impressive. She's got an amazing voice, hasn't she?
14 number ones she's had.
Has she really?
She wrote them all.
She is incredible. She is a talent. Let's put it that way. So, halo beads. Well, you might be thinking, what on earth are you talking about? Why have you gone on to your Beyonce and your Mariah's? Oh yeah, it's just hits that they've had. So what do you do with these then?
Well, these are either for your bracelet, you know, the charm bracelet from that shop that we've had.
Yes.
What do they call it? The snake bracelet, snake chain? No, what's it called?
From the brand? Are you searching for the brand?
Yeah, and we also did the bracelet as well.
Yes.
Has that got a specific
a snake bracelet?
charm bracelet?
Yes.
So
yeah.
these would simply pop on that. Or because of that massive drill hole in the centre, just a simple piece of leather cord with a lark's head knot over the neck.
Oh, they'd be really nice like that. Gents jewellery too. I think they'd be really cool.
Yeah.
So you get all three of them, which is a mixture of your pink chalcedony, your aqua chalcedony, and your white agate.
Just as there's sort of spaces in between your charms on your bracelet, I think that'd be really nice.
Yeah, really lovely.
Yeah.
Or just on popping one onto, you know, our 3mm sterling silver beads.
Yes. Yeah.
Create like a bracelet from there and just have it kind of flowing back and forth.
Yeah,
so that's less than £5 each. It's
brilliant.
not easy to drill a hole, especially of this size, into a gemstone. It really, really isn't. So yeah, your drill holes you see in your normal beads, but to actually have it at that extent and make it a real feature is not a simple task, because obviously you can imagine it's going to potentially, during the cutting process anyway, create a sort of a pressure and a stress on the gemstone. These are absolutely wearable, and I'd probably be multi-buying, and I think they're going to be added to my order today.
And we launched these on our actual birthday day show, the halo beads.
Did you?
Yes.
I think I've only ever brought them to air maybe a couple of times. Okay. Is it time? Oh. I thought you said it's time for your deflecto.
Are you curious?
I'm really curious by the branding name.
Oh.
But I'm also really excited by the deals that are coming your way. And yes, we can say hello to Sam as well, who's travelled all the way to. He is here, waiting in the wings. So yeah, I think I saw Sam in the gallery, didn't I? Did I see him in the gallery? He has been here. Okie dokie, moving on to.
Poor chap.
Poor chap. Does he know what everybody's been saying? Hi, Sam. I promise I will behave. Yeah. I will behave. All very nice, very, very nice things. Look at these, are beautiful faceted trilliants. They are pretty.
I've never seen an opal in a trill before.
Never, ever, ever. Rounds, rondelles, yes. Your non-faceted, so your nugget form, yes. Trilliants. So we were only saying earlier on actually about the faceted cubes, the fact that we'd like to see more of those. Yeah. I launched a lapis lazuli strand like these, and I bought mine then and there. Were you with me?
I was on with you.
Yeah, yes, I think it's obviously from the same lapidist. I'm thinking I need to buy these as well now, because they work beautifully alongside the lapis actually. Drilled in one of the corners of your trilliants, and they are faceted on each of those sides. Look at the quality of that opal.
They're amazing.
Wow.
That's brilliant.
It's been added to my order, definitely. I didn't even know that we'd actually launched a collection of this cut, of your trilliant cuts. There's so much that you could do with them as well. You can literally take it and use one in a pendant. You could prong set these as well, for those of you that have got that amazing skill. If you haven't and you want to learn it, then have a little look on our YouTube channel, or we've also got Clay McDonald's actually brought DVDs out. $29.95. Think of the work that goes into faceting every single one of these gemstones.
That's £2 each.
Have you counted them? Wow.
That's crazy.
All of that work and the quality of the opal. This is natural, so you can get opal which is dyed, and that's absolutely fine, because you can transform an opal which is of lesser grade and turn it into something which looks pretty by that colour saturation. But when Mother Nature does it of her own accord, it obviously adds to the rarity, and it obviously adds to the value. That being said, jewellery makers, we're crushing that price. So if these do not sell out, I would be utterly amazed. There are only 27. Were these a big star buy then? Yeah, I thought so. Under £20,
Wow.
we've matched that amazing price tag. They go perfectly alongside your deal of the day, which is your lovely pink amethyst. If you got the opal earlier on, I think Ethiopian opal alongside this would be simply stunning. What would you do with these then?
Again, I would macrame with them. Any type of gemstone with that particular shape. We're going back to the dumpy onion again. Anything that has that drill hole in the bottom are just absolutely perfect for macrame rings. I think they're amazing. Next year, my New Year's resolution is to go on a workshop with either Alison or Claire and learn how to prong set with wire, because I think I'm really missing out. All the strands that I've got are similar strands to this that I just don't do anything with because I'm not confident in
prong setting. Yeah, do it.
So that's going to be my little thing for next year.
Yeah, do it. And that's literally just using one. I held one of them against my finger. But you could do so much. There is lots and lots of potential. Little wrap loops at the end of the day. That's all you would need.
Little brûlées,
And that's what, I haven't made the piece of jewellery yet, but that's what I'm going to do with my lapis, which is exactly this cut, is just do maybe like some cluster earrings, little wrap loop, attach them to a shepherd hook, and you're away you go. I might have to do it in these now as well. Okay, folks, we're running out of time, so I need to move on. We have got a very special guest joining us in the next hour, because we have the relaunch of Deflecto. Now, you were saying, go on, repeat what you said about Deflecto as storage.
Oh, of all the stories that we've had on the show so far, this is without doubt the best by miles.
Yeah.
I've got every single piece of this at home, and I just love the fact that you can stack. That's what I love, stacking things. It's brilliant.
I never thought I'd actually say this about storage, but it's attractive.
It's sexy. It's sexiness personified, this range. Honestly, it is. It's just lovely.
So actually having storage which is practical, functional, it's all coming your way.
Well made.
It is. And when we launched it, I think it was back in the summer, wasn't it?
Birthday week.
Birthday week.
Yeah.
They all were entire sellouts, weren't they?
They were,
and I had presenter envy massively because lovely Hannah brought it for you, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, and Zena
it was
and I did a show as
on the
well.
mid-show. And I remember stepping out of the studio like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to launch that. So it's happening, folks. It's coming your way. We have bundled some of these incredible collections. And we've got Sam coming out to join us here in the studio. So do not go anywhere. Mark and I will be joined by Sam after this.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easier to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome back, Jewellery Makers. How are we all? We've got a very special guest. Meet Sam from Deflecto. Hi, Sam.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us, honestly. We are super duper excited about this hour.
Good.
Because I have to admit, I've been admiring from afar. Firstly, I've always missed out on the launches, so I've never been able to get my own. And secondly, I didn't even get the chance to bring it to air, so I had what we call presenter envy, isn't it, Mark?
I've had it twice.
Yeah, because we love these products. They are beautiful storage items.
Yeah, I mean, they're quite a new product for us. We're about their second year, but they're just, everyone that sees them just say, oh, they're amazing. I love the caddy, which is great for us. We're really happy with it.
Yeah, I can imagine they are very popular. Funny enough, actually, a friend of mine who's also a designer and works across other channels, she was taking a picture of her studio, and I saw them there as well within her new studio that she had designed.
Because they stack, they just, like, they're easy to put into space. So obviously, you aren't going to take up lots of area, the way that they stack, which obviously we'll show you in a bit. Yeah, everyone, as I said, really does love the product.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've bundled them today. So we've put together some amazing deals for you. Our team have worked incredibly, incredibly hard. We do expect all of these to be an entire sellout. Deflecto, as a brand, it's a British brand?
No, we're from the US, actually.
Okay.
I'm obviously not. I'm British.
You're local.
I'm
You're local.
Not too far, actually, from Worcester, so...
That's just down the road.
Yeah.
Just down
Close.
the road. Close by. So that means we can have Sam here all the time, then? Yes, Chloe? Is that okay? All the time? Okay, so have we got quantity, though? I know we're saying they're going to be a sellout, because I know there's been quite a lot of preparations in sort of what we're bringing, etc. How many do we have of each of these, then, Wayne? Oh, there's only 100. Is it a case that supply can't meet the demand? Is that a case? Do they sell out everywhere?
Generally, which is like, we should just get more stock for you guys, but we don't, I'm sorry.
No,
but we can.
Do you know what, though? Sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing, because even though I've always missed out as well, I've never been able to get mine, it makes you want them even more. So hopefully, Jewellery Makers, you'll start dialing nice and quickly. So talk us through where they originated from, the idea of Deflecto and the caddy. Where did it come from, and how does it grow?
So the product itself, as I mentioned, we are a US company.
Yeah.
So when we looked, we predominantly make office products, letter trays, pen pots, all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then
you like all those too. You like.
I like
Mark is a storage fiend. He loves storage.
I have
Perfect for
storage
us
for
then.
storage at home.
Yes.
Yeah, crazy.
And then when we decided to get into kind of coming up with some storage products, as you know, there's lots of standard storage that's just a clear box. You chuck everything in. People spend lots of money on items that they, with the different items that you can buy, beads, different tools. They're expensive. So we thought we want to make something that you know, you can put these things in there, keep it nice and safe. So we spoke to a lot of crafting groups in the States, and this is kind of what we come up with. The main things were we wanted clear canisters, which you might think's quite a basic requirement,
No.
but as you know, lots of storage isn't clear, so you can't see what you're trying to get to. And then we wanted something that was going to stack. With these levers, you can then just pop another item on top, and you can lock them in, which obviously we've got shown here. And then that was kind of, we listened to what the market wanted, and we came up with this product.
So it will literally grow with your stash. That's what we call all our beads and etc. That is a stash, which anybody. Let me just show you. So we unclip here.
Yes,
unclip there. Oh, okay. So this is the first time I've actually seen them in person as well. Okay, so you can literally just go to. That's so handy. So handy. But yeah, we are addicted to gemstones and beads and all things tools and jewellery making, obviously. So this is really perfect for our customers.
And I think that's why, you know, we have a few different size storage pods as well. So you have the double, which is around about 8 inches across. So you're going to get lots of different items in there as well.
Yeah.
With the lids as well, they snap down. So once your items are in there, you can hear it snap.
Really
so it's
click
nice
into
and tight.
place.
The way that they're designed on the back of the products as well, these the lugs on the back fit inside the white chassis. We refer to this as a chassis, technical word for the caddy. It's the white chassis, and that literally locks in there, and it keeps the items in there nice and secure. So then when you want to stack one back on top, you can just pop it on. And it will locate as well. The way the lids are designed, you can just go see it.
Well, you can go straight to it, can't you? And you can see from every angle as well. You know, whatever you've got in there. So you have these?
I'm up to 6 tall at the moment.
Oh yeah, and I bet you wanted to buy more, aren't you?
I just love them. I think they're so cool, and the fact that they are so strong, they're so beautifully made.
Well,
they're just fantastic.
Well, I think just on that, sorry, we've been manufacturing products. You know, from plastic for over 50 years. So when it comes to quality, you know, with 50 years in business, we know what we're doing by now, for sure.
Yeah, well, you can see it in the products itself. Even down to, and it might sound really, really nerdy, but the actual click of the box itself, you know, you can feel that quality. Because I think we've all at some point bought some kind of plastic storage and it just distorts or it doesn't maintain that shape. You can see that's not going to be the case here. Right then, so this is our first item. Yes, so we're going to give you 60 seconds before we bring our graphics live. We have 100 of them. So I think it's going to be one of our fastest selling items probably of the week. So 3, 2, 1, yeah, the clock has started. So what, this is clever though, the wheels. I really like the wheels.
Yeah, so what we found is, as you were saying a few minutes ago, that you have 6 stacked up. So once you've got 6 in a stack, it might be that, yeah, you might not be able to lift it. Now the handle itself will actually hold 3 stone of weight. So you were saying about quality of the product, you can. But I think it's 15 kilograms. So if someone wants to work that out, kilogram stone.
Yeah. No,
it's around about 3 stone of weight before that handle will give.
Okay.
So you get lots of products in there, and we came up with the wheels just simply to make it easier to use. You know, when you've got your stash, as you refer to it, stored in your caddies, and you've got 6 high. You might not be able to lift it.
So you can actually manoeuvre this across.
Even on carpet.
Yeah, I was going to say on carpet, hard floors and everything.
Yeah.
That's fab. I mean, I've got my jewellery making. Gosh, the time's almost up. We'll bring the graphics live in literally a few seconds. But yeah, mine's in like an old suitcase basically, and it's clumpy. It's not. Everything just mixes together. So I'd love one of these. I really would. The graphics are. Yeah, should we grab that? Have you got the iPad just there? We'll be able to see over there, so we can show Sam just how many people are actually dialing through. I'd love to be able to say that I'll join you on this Jewellery Makers, but I probably am going to miss out again. But that's okay. That's okay. 10 went within seconds. So yeah,
good start.
So yeah, exactly. We've got the additions. So every other sort of shelf. Did you say this is the caddy? These are the containers. Did you say?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So they'll all fit onto this base.
And that's kind of when we were coming up with the product. We wanted storage that would grow with you. So as and when you may get something that's a little larger, so we want the canisters to be able to work with the chassis. And also one of the great points of this product is we're bringing out new products and new innovation that work around this. So you'll be buying this today, and in a few months' time there'll be something new that will work with this. So it will grow with you because we are bringing out more products to work with a caddy as well.
Wow. Well, half the stock is gone. So, yeah, and we haven't even brought the price on your screens as of yet. So it will be a sellout. The fact that it is just so easy to access is what I love the most. And I can picture, you know, manoeuvring, I don't know, from kitchen to the lounge to maybe your workstation. Yeah, it's probably one of the coolest storages that I've ever actually had the luxury of bringing to air previously. It's not just jewellery makers, though, is it?
No, I mean, I'm not a crafter. I'm sorry, I don't craft, but I use it for home DIY. So raw plugs, screws, you know, screwdrivers, just the stuff that you know you generally want to keep in storage pods. Like my dad would have used a jam jar for all of his screws, whereas I'm like, Dad, just get a caddy, put them in there. It's a lot neater
you can go straight
and easier than the jam jar. Yeah.
You saying that, actually, I was talking to my husband last night. He said, I really need to get a new toolbox because it's just everywhere, everywhere. So, and I said, oh, why don't you get one of those metal ones? But he should have one of these for his tools and, like I said, screws, all those kind of things. Bless you. DIY. So electricians, I bet this is really popular with beauticians, nail technicians.
Our local hairdressers, the lady have these next to their workstation.
Do they?
Yeah, so they have their chair and they have their little thing with all those brushes and things in. So they're everywhere.
Wow. Yeah, that's. I mean, lots and lots and lots of different hobbies, lots of different. What do you use? Chloe says for kids' toys.
Lego.
All your little figures. Yeah, because you don't want to be stepping on Lego.
Well, I've got 2 children, a 2-year-old and an 8-year-old, and we use it for like modelling clay. So at home when you want to, because that clay and carpet it's a nightmare, isn't it?
Nightmare to get out,
we keep it all stored in here, it looks nice, and then when Mum's had enough of the little one playing, she picks it up back in the cupboard.
And I suppose it keeps it all nice, you know, quite, I don't want to say so moisture free, but it is going to preserve the items themselves, because we do a lot with clay here as well. We've got things like Ceraloon, so you can actually store those in there. That's a really good point. Yeah, children's toys. Let's bring that price on your screen, because it's looking like it's going to be a sellout anytime soon. So this is a 4-wheel deflecto. This is with the wheels, so this is the base caddy.
Yes, and I think just to know as well, the base does come off as well, so you haven't got to have it as one fixed unit. So if you undo the levers on the side, you can see then that if you don't want to use the base straight away, you don't have to. You can still use a unit, and then when you want to pop it back on, and then it's back as well.
That's really, really cool. And these, one of these, £45 for all of that storage there. But you price up storage like this, which is so practical and attractive as well. I think that's a really big thing, isn't it? If you have got, lots of our lovely viewers have actually got stations, if you like, or workshops within their home where they've sort of kitted out maybe a spare bedroom or something like that. You want it to look nice.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's got a nice high gloss white finish as well. The canisters are clear. It does look quite cool. As you said, it is quite a cool looking storage product.
And cleanable as well. You just literally wipe it all clean, etc. We've got a question coming through saying, what do all of the sections lift out? So I think you mean these storage items. They do, don't they?
It's a quick answer, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they do.
I think
so. In this caddy here, we've got singles and we've got single and double, but that's the triple. So you just lift those out and swap them around.
So we've got these as well. So if you wanted to actually, you know, because you know, if you're going somewhere, if you're travelling somewhere, I don't know, maybe going on holiday to the caravan, whichever, you don't have to take it all with you, but you can actually sort of break it down to, okay, I'll take this much, or I'll take.
I think that's what a lot of people really like about the product is, you know, when you have a stack of them, if you only want one of them, you haven't got to take the whole stack with you. Just unclip the grey levers, take the one that you need, so you aren't lugging around weight all the time.
All the time, yeah, that's fab. I keep thinking, I mean, I'm looking at these all sort of, that Amelia's just put together with a load of our gemstones. I mean, that's not a small weight that's actually being held in there. Honestly, there's quite a lot of gemstone carat weight in there. But look at that! It's an item that you can imagine yourself, can't you? Going in and around your home, or maybe transporting, like I said, back on trips away, etc. But everything that you need, you can actually sort of put into one of your, I don't know, shelves. Would you actually refer to that as?
We can.
One section.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Customised. There's only 20 of these left now, folks. This is the caddy that we're actually bringing you now. So we're bringing you additional extras if you want to build yours. If there is any of them left, which I think, you know, I'm being a little bit hopeful there, I'll be getting mine most definitely. I just really like the idea that it's on wheels, because it's not going to mark your floor when you're actually sort of pulling items.
I think as well what we find is that, you know, if you don't need it, instead of having to kind of lift it, you know, because not everyone's, you know, kind of that mobile, so it's perfect as well. You can have it next to you if you have a stacker on the worktop. You can just push it out of the way. You haven't physically got to lift it.
That's really true, actually, because you know, some of our viewers will say, you know, they've got maybe dexterity issues, or my mum wouldn't mind. She actually, using her as an example, she actually broke her wrist, so she's got very little strength in her wrist. So to actually move things of weight, which they would add up to be once you've actually filled them, the wheels is going to make it so much more practical. So, do CB tubes fit in? Well, we can test that theory, can't we, Mark? In fact, I think we did, actually. Yeah, they're gonna stand in there, no problem whatsoever. Don't forget as well, Victoria, that you get different size containers here. So this is the actual triple, but you get the singles also. So yeah, you can absolutely fit. So I'm just going to pass that to Sam. Here we go. Sorry.
Thanks.
There we go, have a drink. So yes, you can, no problem whatsoever, but probably even the doubles as well. This we're doing separately, so yeah, we're doing it separately. I'm mixing everything up here, aren't I?
I've not seen this one before.
Right now Wayne's like, oh, stop messing, Al. Stop messing with them. But yes, they will, I think, is the simple answer. And your tools, I think, too.
Yeah, I think they are 4.5 inches. Would it be depth?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5 inches down, and around about the same across as well.
So, have you got seed beads in yours?
I've got all the smaller tubes.
Yeah.
So the
They'd
half
fit
pillars
nicely.
And the 50-nose and.
All your reels will fit in there. All your threading materials.
Your hand tools will go in there easily.
Easily. We've got lots of questions coming through. And by all means do. We are live here in the studio. Sam has come very kindly from Deflecto to talk to you and to bring you this relaunch, which happened back in May.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, and I actually was very lucky to have all of this at home, and I was filmed at home with it.
Were you?
For birthday week. Yeah.
You are spoiled.
I know. No,
Completely
I
spoiled.
wasn't allowed to keep it though. It had to come back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. But you have bought it since.
I bought it off the shelf.
Okay, right. We're about to sell out of that one. So, shall we bring you part two? Shall we? Is that this one? Oh gosh. See what I mean? You need the wheels. I'm not the strongest person. So the large container. Is that this with the?
No.
Yes. No?
Large container? I don't know. It's that one over there, the large container.
Is it that one? Or that one? That one. Okay, we're doing this one. Well, I have referenced it a few times, so that seems to make sense. So,
I've not seen this.
No.
No, so this is new. It's around about 8-9 weeks.
Okay.
Right, brilliant.
So really new.
So you were saying about them designing additional extras.
Yeah.
Why this design? I'm noticing straight away there's a lovely shelf there.
Yeah, so we're just going to pop the lids open like that. And then this tray, which hasn't been, there we go. So the tray was designed more, I guess, with kind of jewellers in mind, because to stick, if you have a whole load of beads, you might not, oh, I'm going to drop that.
There we go.
Perfect. You might not want a whole storage unit of just beads, whereas if you're doing a project or something, you can store the beads, different size, maybe buttons in there, like that, and then at least it's not taking up as much kind of space, and it also works within the canister itself, so you still have the benefit of using the larger canister at the bottom with the tray just popped in on top.
So I'm confused. What am I doing?
So you get this.
You get that as well?
Yes, and the larger.
Ah.
Wow.
All of this. Now, I knew we were bundling, but my goodness, that really is quite some bundle. So I agree. The fact that, things get lost, don't you, if you just put them all into little tiny beads, for example, sterling silver findings. These are precious commodities. So to actually put them, you want them to be looked after, and actually having these little dividers means they're not going to sort of roll around, they're not going to scratch.
But the way I would use this is this would be at home. And then if I was going to a craft fair, because I always take bits to make during the lunch hours, this is perfect for putting those individual projects in. Yeah. And then just take that away with you. So this I would use as a portable piece out of the house, and then everything would be stored at home in the larger trays.
So
there's brilliant.
Yeah, great depth to these. Yeah. I think we'll be surprised just how much you can actually get within. I mean, there's so much a setup. This one here, for example, is actually set up, so I can show you that one. with reels of wire. You've got tools in there, and you've got beads and findings in the top here. Amelia very kindly put that together for us. So there we go. And there's room for so much more, to be honest. It's just a demonstration of. So you are, yeah, you're going to get loads of wire in there. So you're getting these two items. Here we go. Not the contents, I should say. That's just for demonstrational purposes. You're getting these two items. Again, we're going to put that 60-second clock onto your screen because they always will sell out. So very straightforward, easy catch, easy listening.
Yeah. So just,
listening, lifting.
Just quickly, you can take the 3 out or the double and the single, and then this canister will
we'll go in there.
I love that.
That really is cool. 60 seconds starts now. Yeah, I'm thinking, obviously, for your crafting, for your jewellery making, and I love the fact that it will grow with your stashes, because it does. You know, I joined here at Jewellery Maker back in 2011 now, and it gets quite a problem, actually, the storage of everything, doesn't it? Quite a problem. Like, goodness, it's just growing, it's expanding into every single room. This, you can actually put it all in one area, and it's manageable as well. I think so. I think what we find is that when you look at, say, a nylon bag, or you referenced the suitcase earlier, like once you've got it, it's the same size all the time. Whereas, and you can't always get to items quickly. You spend more time trying to look for something than you do needing to use it. Whereas the caddy, the main kind of idea around it was, you have a stack, you can take off individual levels, and you can see everything from if you were to spin it 360, you can quickly identify what you need. And that's, I think, it's probably one of the best things, and that's why everyone likes it so much, is just because of how easy it is to use. Wholeheartedly agree with you that, literally, if you could, I should have taken a picture of my suitcase, and then you'd think, where are they? And you've got to take everything out. This, you haven't got to do that. Okay, the graphics are live. So this will go on top of your caddy.
Yeah.
Again, you're getting the additional, the triple, which is here. So these are the 3 individual ones that come within this shelf. I keep searching for that name.
Chassis.
Chassis, that's it. Sorry, the technical chassis. But you can actually fit the larger size in there as well. 40 of these have gone instantaneously. How many do we have? Okay, we've got a larger quantity of that. That's exciting. But I'm going to assume that a lot of our JM viewers have already got this, and they're wanting to make additions.
Yeah, and that's what we find. We find that people have 6, 8, and we've done some shows where we've seen people with walking off with 2 lots of 10 when there's they could buy them and they've got them all clipped together, so you aren't moving 20 individually, you've got 2 units, and that's because of the levers, they lock in as well. Yeah,
and they're really secure clips as well. Well, you can see that actually just looking at them. I keep thinking about all different crafters as well that can actually use this. Anybody that does sewing or textiles, they're going to be amazing for that. Anybody, what's that, sorry?
Haberdashery.
Haberdashery, yeah, absolutely. Fisherman, Marie's husband is actually a professional fisherman. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, so this would be perfect for him, to store the little flies and things like that, because they're little tiny, little weeny components. You're laughing, but I bet you he'd like it. You're laughing, I bet you would. This is very, very, very popular. Michael, what would you do with these? In and around your home.
Haberdashery.
You said haberdashery.
I've done one with it.
but there are lots of different ways. Anybody that does DIY, I mean, even if you're not somebody that is necessarily a tradesperson, you have these little components that just sort of find themselves in different areas around your home. This is actually organising everything.
Yeah, and I think, you can use it. It isn't food safe, so if someone's thinking, right, I might put spices in there, or you can't use it for food products. We are working towards getting food certificate for it, because then it will lend itself to that as well. But generally, as I said, at home, I use them for storing DIY items, but also my son Max, his little toy cars. And then if we're going to go away for the weekend, I don't want him taking a suitcase of toys. I just fill one of those up.
Yeah.
I then know he's not going to put lots of stuff, because he can't. He only has 1 caddy worth of toys.
There you go. That's a good idea, isn't it? So they're not taking over the boot space either with all of their toys. Right, let's bring that price onto your screen. Well over half the stock of these have gone. I've got tons in baskets. Please don't leave them in baskets. When I say check out, check out, check out, I'm not saying it just to be like a broken record. I'm saying it because otherwise you might miss out. $27.95. And these, obviously you're going to look after these items because they're quality items. As long as you do that, they're going to last you a lifetime, really, aren't they? As long as you look after them properly.
Yeah. Well, as I said, we've been making products out of plastic materials for over 50 years. So you are buying a quality product.
Yeah.
And the names, the Deflecto brand is getting more and more recognised for craft storage. We've got people coming to us with ideas of how we can, create new innovation for this, and hopefully we'll have that out soon as well.
Well, I tell you what, I think we want to go every single step of the way with you. Any additions we'll definitely be keen to sort of welcome here at JM, most definitely, because we do actually lots and lots and lots of different crafts, mediums, don't we, Mark? I mean, we can talk about seed beading, as we touched on that, normal beading, wire work, as you've seen just there. They'll all fit into this.
I think, as you mentioned earlier about, I think, was it ribbon, or like we have a product as well that hopefully we'll be bringing on soon with you guys, where it's a ribbon rail, so you can actually stack ribbons in the large tub, and then you can just dispense them out. I mean, could you use that for wire? Would you be able to use it for wire? There's a dowel in the middle.
Beading thread.
Yeah.
Oh, this is clever. You heard it here first. I like the idea of that. Yes, because sometimes the reels of wire and your beading thread, that they just kind of spring and it just goes everywhere. So that would be really, really clever.
And it sits in, you can still lock other caddies on top of there. And because the lid stays shut, you pull it out and it doesn't, I don't know the word to be, it keeps it nice and tight because the lid's still locked, but you can still pull out ribbon or threads or wires.
So you're not going to get kinks in your threading material and things like that. Fabulous. Really, really great idea, that is. So grab it whilst you can. So can I just say, Wiltshire, Margaret, Tyneware, Cambridgeshire, Julie, Anne-Marie, you need to check out, otherwise you will miss out. I'll wait until the break, and then I'm out of the studio, onto the app. So can we have a long break? Chloe's right there, sorry. All right, boss, are we allowed a long break so I can get mine? She says, yeah, that's fine. Thanks. You got yours in the first launch. I missed out on that time. Missed out. But yeah, is there a limit to how high we can actually stack these?
I think it's probably as long as your arms are. So
makes sense,
someone might be able to stack more than someone that's a little shorter. I mean, obviously we have to say be careful.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want them to
think
topple.
of building a house out of them. They're not going to...
No.
Yeah, don't go too high. I mean, when we've done exhibitions, we've had them 6 foot.
Okay.
Because they will lock in, and we have like a wall of caddy. Which the guys over in the States love doing.
That's pretty cool.
I'm up to 6 online so far, which is
6?
in line with the top of the desk, so that's perfect height.
Perfect height. Is this what you actually reach for the most? Because Mark is the most organised person. There's a reason why I'm like, no, Mark needs to stay here, because I'm not an organised person. I aspire to be. You are though, aren't you? You love your storage, and your words, and I'm going to quote Mark again this morning, prior to you arriving here, Sam, he actually said, it's the best storage I've seen.
Anywhere, full stop. It's just, I just like the design. It's really silly, but I just like the clicks. Like you said, I mean, it makes all the difference. It's the quality of a product by the way it stands and sounds.
Absolutely. I mean, we test this theory actually with jewellery as well, don't we? You know, sometimes when you've seen us bring lockets or clasps before, actually that click just tells you the quality of the actual product and the brand.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, as you know, as we say, we have been making product for 50 years. I know I keep mentioning that, but I want people to know that they're buying a quality product. And we aren't a company that have been around 2 years. This is what we do globally. So we supply this across the globe, along with thousands of other products that we make as well.
Absolutely. I mean, we could all use, I don't know, old takeaway containers, couldn't we? And let's be honest, I think most of us have done that at some point. But you know, they're not going to hold their shape. They open. They're not secure. That's the difference. You are buying storage here, which actually is made to last. You can feel the quality, and it's a really attractive storage unit as well. From your caddies to, I will get this right, your shelf. What did you say?
Shelf's a good word for it.
Okay.
The shelf, or chassis.
Chassis, that's the one I was thinking of. Amazing. Right, I'm going to leave that with you because I've got more to bring you. Don't forget, you actually get the large size. These are what come in this unit. Thank you. So you get all of those. They clip on top. You can interchange them for that amazing price. But we've still got...
That's brilliant.
A couple more chassis to bring you as well. The wheelbase first. Right, okay. So, I like this because we're kind of showing you it being deconstructed at the same time. So, this bit.
Yeah.
Is it just this bit? So, do you want me to take these off? Okay. First time I've ever done that. There we go.
Perfectly executed.
Wonderful. So I think this is going to actually appeal to people that have maybe got involved with the Deflecto launch with us previously and are now thinking, yeah, I want more of these.
Yeah. And I think, you know, we generally do find that we always sell great numbers of the wheelbase.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, to get the full benefit of the product, you're not just going to have one caddy. You know, you generally are going to have a lot more than one. You know, you're going to have 6.
Yeah.
And then once you've got that, the wheelbase works perfect. You can see the way that it's designed is, if you were to imagine the base of the caddy that we'd shown you earlier, you can see that the way that this has been moulded, that it sits in there nice and secure as well.
So it's not going to rock around or anything like that. These are the clips, aren't they?
Yes.
So this is what locks the actual chassis, the caddy, kind of
Well done.
in place.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They actually lock, that was actually going to be my question. So why have you actually got these kind of shapes? But it's to hold it secure so it's not going to rock around.
Precisely.
Yeah, and if you are obviously building it up at heights, then you want it to be really secure. You don't want it to have that potential. But let's talk about that. You've got 360 wheels on these.
Yes. So these are like, you referred to your case earlier. I don't know if it's one of those posh cases that you can push in all directions.
No, it's not posh.
Okay.
No.
Anyway, the wheels that are used on those cases, we've kind of used a similar design on these as well. And the way that when this product comes, it will come flat pack. You literally just push them in. It really is. Okay. It's very easy. There's minimal assembly. Just a little push in with the wheels, and that's it.
Okay. So the idea is that obviously I think we've all been caught out with those kind of suitcases, haven't we? We want to go in one direction, but this is literally 360s, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's easy, easy movability. You know, if you do your jewellery making on the sofa, or I don't know, at the dining room table, or maybe in and around your home, basically, you can actually rock it. You can actually transport it here and there. So yeah, quality wheels as well. You can see that, and this might sound really nerdy of me, but you can see the quality in the product again, even down to the actual wheels itself.
I think that's some of the ways here is when we've had comments in, back at the office in South Wales, which is where I come up from this morning.
Okay, whereabouts in South Wales is it?
Cardiff.
Okay.
Sorry, I live in Cardiff. The office is near Celtic Manor.
Oh yeah, my neck of the woods.
Yeah,
it's my neck of the woods. There we go. So I'll pop to Deflecto next time I'm down in Wales.
Yeah, please do come in.
Will do.
So as I was saying, you've lost me now. If I'm thinking, are you coming to visit us in Wales?
But, we were talking about wheels.
We were, yes. We were saying about the wheels and the chassis. There is some small assembly with them, as I mentioned. You just push them in, but the product itself, as you can see, it is a straightforward product to use.
Loving that. Right, let's bring that price onto your screen, Jewellery Makers. What? $12.95?
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Really? That surprised me, because this is really the core. It's it's the foundation. So we're at £12.95. And obviously everything then will grow with it, but this is what actually gets your caddy started, which for me, I would imagine would have been probably the most expensive part. Clearly not.
No.
Clearly not.
At all.
If you managed to get hold of it back in May, this is the first time that we're actually bringing it to air again, Jewellery Makers. So have I got quantity of these? Okay, we have got quantity. That's good. Are you going to be getting some more of these? Yeah, me too. Definitely, because I'm really excited to do some organising, because it's quite cleansing actually being organised, isn't it?
For some people, yes. Others like to be a bit messy. My partner, she loves cleanliness and nice and organised, and forks, knives, spoons, dessert spoons, all of that.
No,
so
she really to go to everything. I think, I mean, most of my house is, but my jewellery making, for example, is just chaos. Hello to Charlie saying, really? Wow. Charlie, I thought we were friends. Married woman. You make me blush now. What's that? I'm a rose between two thorns. I know. I must admit, I am the envy of a lot of women right now. I'm well aware of that. Yeah, because this is our JM pin-up just here as well. There we go. This kind of trying to distract from the fact that I'm really blushing now, Mark. Really blushing. Surely! $12.95 only for this. Yeah, it's going to be one of those items. Would you recommend maybe getting more than one? Then Mark, as somebody that's worked with it for some time.
I'm lucky enough to have a workroom upstairs, and then I also work downstairs as well. So it's depending how I feel. Or this time of year, it's dark by 4 o'clock, so I have to spend a lot of time upstairs. So you wouldn't want to lug all of this downstairs. So always have one downstairs and one upstairs. I mean, that will slide under the stairs, out of the way. You just bill it out when you need it, ready to go. It's brilliant.
Makeup artists might find a use for these as well, because they carry a lot. I've got friends that are makeup artists. They carry a lot of materials, which again can be quite heavy. So I think beauty therapists will find great uses for these, and they would look actually attractive in salons, wouldn't they? Because it's not something that you think, okay, yeah, that's like a toolbox. It looks like an attractive caddy to have in and around, and not always tucked away. It doesn't have to be tucked away. This is, of course, the foundation. This is what you actually stack onto. So can you pass me, Mark, one of the empty ones there? So here we go. Thank you, the bottom one there. So I'm just going to ask about, why is it just purely for safety and security if we actually show the underside? To lock into place.
It's always good. So if we turn it that way first, so you can see like these cutouts on the side. So you might just think, oh, there's just a hole, but the reason that we've done that is these grey levers then, so if we lift back these levers, they actually lock into the side there, which then locks the next caddy into place. So we'll pop that in. And as I said earlier, this has been moulded so that the bottom of the caddy will fit in there. You can see that there's some depth in there that it will sit in, so it's not balancing on top. So once we pop that in, you'll notice the bottom of the product is designed that it will fit inside there.
Okay.
And if we turn that, I just reference it a little better, then you can see those grey levers there. They then lock in. You can hear it.
It is as easy as that.
And then obviously that is then one unit.
Away to go. Wow.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it really is, Brill.
Yeah,
I think, you know, yes, in every aspect of your sort of your crafts, your hobbies, multiple hobbies you might have. I know, like, for example, I'm thinking of Alison Tarry, one of our guest designers. Her husband does sort of models, paints models, which I can imagine. Again, you can have lots of little bits, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which could get lost, could get damaged. Actually storing them away professionally, really, in this caddy. So right now it's all about the base, but we've actually brought you the additional chassis to bring on top. Right, shall we bring you now the what, sorry? The organiser and tray. Okay, so we've got a picture coming up and I'll show everybody then. So that was the actual base. Here we go. I think it's this one here. Are we actually doing them individually now? The long tray with the extra. Okay. Swap, 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 swap. This one? There we go. So this is your newest design, did you say? Yeah, let's look at that one. That's better.
Certainly. So sorry, this product here. So we launched this. We've literally had it around about 2 months in the UK. So it is a product that we've designed, as I said, you know, maybe with jewellery makers kind of in mind, or if somewhere where you've got smaller embellishments and you've got a project on, you know, you might not want a canister this big full of the same thing. So with this, you can put in the items that you need. I mean, we've even had some people use it for paint, like for watercolours, when they're mixing a little bit there. I'm not saying it's for that, but just because it is...
Nothing stopping you,
No,
I suppose.
exactly, and there's lots of different compartments there, and it still works with basically sits inside the large canister. So, you know, if you were to get anything right, I'm going to take that out and just, you know, I'm going to use this, that does come out. So if we just pop that back in, and you can see the way that it's designed here is it just sits in like so, and then you can still lock that and it's still one unit.
Just a question, if I was to turn this upside down, is there any chance that sort of findings, little jump rings or maybe tiny little Swarovski beads could actually go from one container to the other, or are they literally sealed?
99.9% certain, so I'm leaving that one element of doubt that it wouldn't. So I wouldn't want to say definitely not, but I think, you know, we'll be able to see, but it literally is. I mean, there's probably like 0.5 mil gap. Yeah,
you're right, actually, if you just look in the surface. So, yeah, unlikely that anything is going to find its way sort of across into the sort of neighbouring compartment. There we go, yeah, absolutely perfect. Because we also do things like Swarovski here, little for your hot fixes and things like that, or your Ceraloon, I think they'd be fabulous. So they slot in, so using these little shelves here.
The other side, sorry.
Other side. Around, is it that way?
Yeah. So you undo the levers at the front. And
is that where it fits into the actual?
Yes, it is. And there's actually another product that we offered. I think we may have shown it the first time on the rail, which there's no innovation with this rail. It is an aluminium rail, but it's been designed specifically so you'd be able to lock these canisters onto a wall, which we'll bring that next time. But this product here, so it sits inside there, and you can kind of see the way that it's been designed here, that it will then sit inside.
Sit in there perfectly. Okay, 60-second clock. Have I got quantity of these? Okay, yeah, these are going to be probably one of the fastest selling, yeah. 60 seconds, we've got quantity, just 200 though, and it is going to fly out the door because I've just heard the price tag of these, that's amazing.
This is the first time we've had this on the show.
Is it?
Yeah, we didn't have it when we last launched.
So this will fit on the rods, you were saying, so if you wanted to actually lock it on those, did you say?
Yeah, on the rail, so I think the first time we had the rail, and it will, all of the canisters do fit on the rail as well, which hopefully we'll be bringing next time. 60
seconds starts now. Be ready if you haven't already. Maybe you've just tuned in and you're thinking, oh, I didn't realise Deflecto was on show this morning. Have a look back on our website, have a speak to our call centre. There may still be a couple available. I know we have had sellouts already, but they're not going to be there very long because there's one person right here in the studio that wants to be getting some of these, definitely. And I think I'm going to find it quite therapeutic, actually, organising everything. But make sure you are on the phone lines quite quickly if you want to grab this, because 200 for an item that's never been seen here at Jewellery Maker before anyway. It's brand new. It's a premiere to us. It'll work with your rails, so if you wanted to actually pop it on the rails, you can do that, definitely. It's going to be a fast seller. Were you expecting the price tag that you've just heard?
No, not
They've just told me what it's going to. It's really affordable.
I think, like, you know, there's no point trying to design a product that only applies to like 1% of, you know, the nation. We want to make quality product that's affordable for everyone, and we hope we've done that. You know, we always try and look for the best ways to manufacture product. We always try and purchase everything, you know, to make products as best as we can, so that we can bring a value product to market that everyone can afford.
Yeah. I think that is important, absolutely, because, you know, you do get what you pay for in many aspects, don't you? Certainly if we thought gemstones, you get what you pay for. However, yeah, if companies like yourselves are actually really going to great lengths to actually make it achievable, especially when you're going to get multiple items, aren't you? At the end of the day, you're not just going to get the one, you're going to be multi-buying on them, and you're going to be getting more than one of the actual chassis, etc. So, brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, we have 200 of these available. They will, and they are, flying out. Yeah, already 40 have gone within seconds. So to get yours, and I'm assuming that people will be getting multiples as well. I don't think you'll just get the one. They are interchangeable, yeah, 2s and 3s. My producer is telling me right now. So you can swap this size from the actual smaller ones that come within your caddies. Caddies? I keep chassis. I keep getting them mixed up.
Caddies. So the white section's the chassis.
Yeah.
The chassis with tubs in, we call the caddy. But if you want to call it shelf,
I'll go with shelf because I keep forgetting, to be honest. So you can actually take these out and put that large one in.
Yeah, so as you kind of mentioned, the way that the lugs on the back are designed as it sits, you can see them here, these white sections are here. It actually locks the unit in. So once you put that in there, that's nice and secure, so it isn't, you know, it isn't going to fall out. Obviously, don't tip it upside down. Yeah. Because it will fall down.
Yeah, because
it's in there nice and secure.
Yeah, it's not going to. If you're just literally carrying it around, it's not going to rock and fall out there. So the idea is that you can swap and change. Yeah. But with this one, you actually can see. There we go. There's that shelving unit, the little compartments that you can put all of your findings, Jewellery Makers, all of those little tiny beads. That we love to work with tiny, minuscule beads that just get everywhere. If you haven't got yourself organised, and like I said, the reason why I aspire to be as organised as Mark, I really do. You would have a meltdown.
I've got time to be organised though.
Well, so have I really, but it's just little people trying to get involved.
It's so frustrating when you have to look for something.
Everything
should have its place.
And do you think, as a jewellery maker, that hinders your creativity?
Not being organised.
Not being able to find what you're looking for.
Completely.
Yeah. So it's worthwhile taking a day, half a day, however long it's going to take, just to get everything, you know, positioned nicely into your actual Deflecto caddies, etc. And I think you'll find the whole experience a lot more enjoyable. That's what I'm looking forward to, most definitely. Being able to reach for my shepherd hooks, being able to reach for my elastics and things like that at first hand. So, should we bring the price onto your screen? We had 200. They are flying out the door, flying out the door. Half the stock has gone already. Brand new to us here at JM.
Well, just as a storage, you know, completely something separate, that's a brilliant price for a caddy of that strength and that design, I think.
That's true. And this fits onto a rail. So we launched a rail. Well,
Just going to turn that so you can see the way that the kind of the angle on the back of the product there, that kind of lug we refer to. So the aluminium rail that we launched on the first show, which by now you'll have up at home on the wall, that'll then hook on. So another thing that we found is that when you are working, you do need a clean workspace. You want your working area for whatever it is that you're doing. You don't want to have lots of tubs kind of. You don't want everything on your workspace when you're trying to craft. So with the unit, obviously keeps it nice and tidy, but with the rail, you can have them kind of above your workstation on the wall.
So it's it's not actually encroaching on your space, as you said. And also, I suppose if you want to, because we use with glue quite a lot as well and things like that. So, I think we've all had it, where you've been trying to glue something and something that you didn't want to be glued ends up being stuck there. So positioning and having everything sort of laid out around you. So this will go up on the wall if you wanted.
Yeah, the tubs will hook onto the wall like that. So what we find is we've had people send pictures into the office at work where they've got the rail set up, they've got all their canisters which will come out of the caddy, stacked in front of them, and then when they're finished with the project, they put it back into the caddy and then they move it away. Obviously, we haven't got the rail today, but next time we'll have it.
Next time we have Deflecto, we're going to have the rail. Hopefully, that sounds like fun. And you never know, there might be some new containers. You never know.
So we're working on a bead clam at the moment.
A what?
A bead clam.
Clam.
Yeah. So it kind of opens up like if you imagine a clam.
Yeah.
It opens up and there's lots of like these. So with the tray there, you've got lots of compartments. Just because, as you mentioned, some beads are so small that you can't have a size container this big full of beads. So we've got a clam that will fit inside. I'm just going to bring that in to show you. It's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So it will actually fit inside there. The clam will. So you'll have lots of like maybe smaller gemstones or beads or just tiny little items. And then when you get it, it will open out. And then the lids will come off, and you can see all the items in there.
Wow!
We're working on that now. I've seen the kind of the first prototype.
The prototype.
Yeah.
So you never know. Hopefully next time that you come, we might actually have that to bring to air as well. Grab these whilst you can, Jewellery Makers. We had 200. These are the newest. Did you say the newest?
Yes, the trays.
Yeah, trays, and they will fit within your caddies. You can swap and change, and the fact that they'll actually fit your tools as well. I mean, obviously the smaller size is more geared to your beads and your wires and your threading materials, etc. But this size, you can fit all of your tools probably in there. I mean, I see on a daily basis our guest designers, coming in from their cars and they're carrying all of these suitcases and everything's heavy, isn't it? I mean, you've just picked up one container there. It's quite heavy, carrying all your tools, etc. back and forth. Surely this is going to make life loads easier.
I love that tray.
I wonder how many of our guest designers are dialing through right now. I bet there is quite a few. So, there's no excuse now. You don't need us to come and help you to and from the car, guest designers. You can do it all yourself if you've been getting these. Okay, so just quickly, what did you say recap on? We'll just do a quick recap on everything that we've brought you today. So, starting with the base. And the two additional shelves just there. So this is, I think, the fastest seller so far. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. But also probably one of the most limited now. If you're thinking, I'll get it later on, don't do that because it will have sold out by then. I can assure you of that. You get the two stackable caddy organisers and also the wheelbase there. There's only 15 of these left. So.
Busy.
18 in baskets. Oh, well, that doesn't sound hopeful for Elle, does it? Elle doesn't sound like she's going to get one of these. Again, Mark, again. Hey ho. What have you just said? You've been putting your beads in those. I'm going to miss out, aren't I?
Your 11s are going to go.
Wow. $44.95. Yeah, I hope you don't mind me sort of just spinning it around, but you can actually see just how easy it is.
Well, I think if we just unclip it, then we can show kind of everything that you get in. So you get in 2 of these units, which is in total. I'm just going to put that there. So you can see that you get 8 of the single canisters, and you're getting 2 of the double as well. So you're getting lots of storage pots, lots of items in there. And if you look at that kind of all on a, kind of on a workspace, it's quite a substantial amount of space we're taking up.
Yeah.
One of the best things about the product is the fact that you can then just stack them up, and you can see that. once the levers are out. So that's the key part to stack them. Have to make sure the grey levers are out. That locates on top.
And they literally click into place.
And then it's nice and neat again. And just if anyone is wondering, they might not be, but the product is around about 32 centimetres in length and around about 20 centimetres kind of across there as well.
So you could literally just slide this underneath a desk or under, you know, under a dining table if you wanted, so it's sort of out of the way. After you finish sort of crafting, that's what you do, did you say?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think, and certainly from the friend of mine that I was speaking about earlier on, it's just revamped her studio. I noticed them sort of tucked underneath her her workstation, and they look really smart. They look really, really smart. So this is you're getting a lot within this bundle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many is there? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 individual containers. The actual caddy organiser and also the stack and go wheel base. So all of that for £44.95. That really is incredible. Okay, they're going to be sold out. A quick recap on this one. Okay, so do you get all of that? Yes.
So you get all of that.
All of that, and also the new tray. So here we go. We've Amelia has very kindly actually set this up, so you can imagine that's a lot of carat weight that you're getting there, and your newest actual organiser just here. So if you want, these will of course stack onto the actual wheelbase. The idea is that your deflector grows with your purchases, with your hobby, I suppose, because another thing that we find, Sam, is that we actually then we'll start maybe beading, or you'll start, I don't know, macrame, but then you move on to another actual craft or another medium. So that's how it tends to get quite
out of hand.
Out of hand, out of hand. Potentially, if you haven't got the right storage. So hopefully we're gonna resolve all of that for you. So let me just show you the. You might be thinking that there's another. Oh, I'm missing something there. Al, you're missing something. No, it's in here. It's in there. There we go. Mark's been testing it. It's been testing it with seed beads. Did you give it a little bit of a shake to see if the seed beads moved? Yeah,
because of the little circular, there's about a millimetre just before the catch here. So anything larger than an 8/0.
Oops.
Anything larger than an 8/0 will be perfect.
Will be perfect. It's not going to migrate, if you like.
All of your findings you'll keep together. All of your seed beads bigger than an 11 you'll keep. There's only a few, but it's brilliant.
That's amazing. So they're not going to sort of travel, if you like. No. So all of this for just £27.95. That seems an incredibly competitive price point for what you're. If I was to walk into any of those crafting shops, I mean, I don't know, I haven't been in them in a long time, and if I saw something like this, I would expect it to be quite an investment. Really?
As we were saying, we want to make sure it's affordable. You know, there's no point out showing something that's so expensive that no one wants to buy it.
Yeah, because really, you know, your budget really should be made up with, I suppose, the components. But this is going to make your hobby so much more enjoyable, I think. And I think I could definitely learn from you, Mark, actually, and getting myself a little bit more organised. But the fact, like you said, that these are actually clear, actually, I think it was the first comment that you said this morning, is a big difference. And I can remember actually looking back on our Facebook page a while back when we were launching, when we brought other containers, our own containers, and a customer has actually had said, I wish they were clear. Because then you can see exactly what's inside.
Some people laugh when I say, oh, they're clear, they go, well, that's obvious, but it really isn't obvious.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference.
Because you can see it, visible, straight away. You haven't got to open everything or pull everything, dismantle everything to actually find what you're actually looking for. £27.95, we have only a few of these left. This is everything that you get. There are literally 30 left.
Wow.
I think as well, you know, I'm not sure how much kind of, you know, the beads are in there, but you know, what we found is that people spend lots of money on buying the items to craft with, and then they'll just go and chuck them in a, you know, whether it be a suitcase that you have, you know, or a clear storage box. So actually, you know, to invest in some decent storage, means that you are going to prolong the life of the items that you're using to craft with as well.
You're so right, and I think with gemstones in particular as well, because gemstones have got, you've got different hardnesses. So, for example, you wouldn't store your amber next to a diamond, would you? Because a diamond will scratch the amber. So you're so right. We invest in these gemstones and this precious metals as well. Look after them. I think that's
exactly.
a really. I definitely need to take a lesson in that, most definitely. £27.95. Grab it whilst you can. Very limited now. So moving on to the organiser and tray. So that's this one here. Thank you, Amelia, for setting them up for us, lovely, as well. So she's shown. Here we go. So she's actually set up with findings beads, as you can see there. And obviously we could have put a whole lot more in there, but you get the idea, don't you? So if you're going away or on holiday or away for the weekend, if you want to take a bit of jewellery making with you, you can do it just by transporting this, and I suppose that would fit in a suitcase.
Yeah, it will. And I think, as mentioned, this is about 31 centimetres across as well, just if anyone's wondering, from a size point, how big it is.
And the depth there, we did cover that, didn't we?
About 4.5 inches.
About 4.5 inches. So, but we've put some of our tools in there, some of our sort of standard tools. Can you see? And they fit quite comfortably, because that's another thing. Laura Binding, for example, brings every single tool, doesn't she, with her, and then she'll set them up on the side of the workstation just there, Sam, but she'll literally bring everything. They're not going to be in one of those little bags where you can imagine they all fall out. They're fab, don't get me wrong, they're fab, but this is that little bit more practical, so less likely to fall out, or if you're travelling and things like that. How many of us have done this? You've travelled somewhere and then, I don't know, you've had to turn a corner and everything's toppled out your bag. Yeah, this is going to prevent that, isn't it?
And that's, with these snap levers as well, and you can hear that. You can hear that close, and that keeps everything nice and secure in there.
I'm going to have to record that for my ringtone.
What, that snap?
Yeah.
Do it. You would as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I'm tempted with the hoovering of the beads.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
But yeah,
he likes hoovering up beads. He likes the sound of it. But yeah, that is. I get where you're coming from, because it is actually a really sort of. Yeah. You can feel the quality in the actual product itself there. So I mean, slightly sidetracking from Jewellery Maker. I told you the story the other day, Jewellery Makers. I'm doing up our house at the moment. Not me personally, we, I should say. And I went and bought some paint. And of course you're driving back from, the DIY shop and you hear it go dunk and it's falling in the back of your car. I've forgotten about it literally 5 minutes later. Open the boot and it falls out. Smashes everywhere, paint everywhere. So, and there is a purpose to the story, but if you're using smaller versions, like you said, artists, anybody that does oil painting, water, colours you said earlier on, you're not going to have those kind of spills.
Hopefully not, no.
Hopefully not.
Make sure the lid's nice and, snapped down. And you shouldn't have those issues.
Honestly, yeah, it was a nightmare. Right then, quickly recap the wheelbase. So
just the base?
Just the base. So there it is, there we go. I actually think there's going to be lots of people getting this, because we launched it back in May for our birthday celebrations, our 8th birthday. This is the first time we're actually seeing it since. So it'll come as a tray, and then you get the sort of wheels separately, but they just push in.
It's very easy. Don't start panicking, thinking, I've got to build this. It literally is push 4 wheels in, nice and straightforward.
Somebody's asking me, will our DVDs fit in them? Yeah. 4.5 inches, yeah, I think they probably would, actually, to be fair. I think not so much the single ones, but the double ones.
Would, yes.
The ones in a case might struggle, but the single DVDs with the cardboard exterior, I think they will actually fit in your caddies quite easily, actually, quite easily. That's a really good question. Really, really good question. Anyway, but yeah, people will be getting more of these, I think, because they might have got a few of them within the original purchase and want it to grow even further. Sorry, what was that, Wayne? Is there a DVD behind us?
I think just on that, you can take the lids off. The lids will come off.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously that it's not then you're not going to then have the benefit of being able to secure the product. But for the top one, the lids are designed to come off, and you can pop them back in.
Okay.
So should you want to do that, it is an option.
It is an option. Yeah. Because a lot of our we do. Probably thousands of DVDs. I know it's up there, isn't it, Chloe? Yeah, the amount. Oh, okay.
So basically, the way, because these have got like a slight element of flex in them, they just pop out. Now, so yeah, so once you've got them out, that will go back in. So you can see there that the way that the lid's designed is there's a flexible. So we use a material that makes it have a little bit of flex in there, which also helps with prolonging the life of the hinge and obviously the snap at the front. So that will, that side, it will then pop back in.
Pop back in.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking the double containers, definitely. You could put probably a good stack of your DVDs in there. Okay, so all is not lost if that does actually come off. It's intended to do that. $12.95 Jewellery Makers for this. Absolutely amazing. Make sure you check out. Please, please, please do not leave it in your baskets. Have we got any more to recap? No. Is that it? Wow. So hopefully the next time you get a delivery, you'll be getting your deflector in there, Jewellery Makers, because this is, I think you can have lots of fun actually getting everything organised. I'm certainly keen to do that too. If you are already working, thank you for all of your messages as well. If you are already actually working alongside alongside deflector or with deflector, then of course do pass on your feedback so we can pass it on to Sam himself. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's been great.
No, it's wonderful. It's like, so the first time that I've actually had the chance to actually feel the product in person. Hopefully I'll get mine. Hopefully next time you come we can get the
rail.
The rail.
It's your first time on TV?
No.
Oh, it's not. You're a natural.
Thanks.
He's a pro. Yeah. He is a pro. Do you want more of Sam? Should we get more of Sam? I think so. I think the general is a thumbs up. Thank you so much. You've been a real joy to join. Thank you so much. We will be back though, but don't go anywhere because we have got your pink amethyst deal of the day coming up after this.
Hello everyone, it's guest designer Mark Smith here with some exciting news about our brand new workshop coming up in December in our Hammersmith office in London. On Friday the evening of the 7th, we're going to be having an evening of gossip, nibbles, prosecco, lots of fun and laughter, lots of questions and answers you may be surprised with. And on the Saturday, the main event we're calling it, it's a full day workshop consisting of 2 projects using the most amazing Swarovski crystal and sea beads to make jewellery for that festive party season which is soon going to be upon us. Hope to see you in December.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? For a limited time we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share. You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right hand corner of our homepage. Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easier to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
It actually wasn't Amelia, it was Michael this time.
Michael.
Were you just admiring Sam's watch? Yes, I spotted that as well. I used to sell those.
Beautiful.
It was lovely,
beautiful.
yeah, I spotted that too. How lovely to meet Sam.
It's nice to get outsidey people to come and say hello.
Isn't it just? Isn't it just? And like I said, it's local as well, local, and lovely products. I'm going to be getting mine. Definitely going to be getting mine. And then hopefully, it's probably going to be next week now, I can spend a couple of hours just organising everything and I'll feel completely cleansed.
A couple of hours? Is that going to be enough?
Probably not.
A couple of weeks?
I haven't got a couple of weeks, so I'm going to have to do it in a
I was
couple
thinking
of
of
hours.
hiring myself out to go around people's houses and organise them.
I'd hire you.
Yeah,
I'd hire you. As long as you can't have a meltdown though when you see it all. You can't do that.
Do you have cupboards of doom?
Yes, I've got the messy cupboards, messy drawers, all of those things. Right. Okay, are you ready for your deal of the day, jewellery makers? So we're going to step back into your gemstones with beautiful, beautiful amethyst. Now, amethyst is probably one of the most globally renowned, recognised gemstones out there. Believe it or not, you know, back about 100 or so years ago, we actually fell out of love with amethyst for some reason, and that's because, yeah, bear with me, there is a point to my story. But yeah, we fell out of love with it. It wasn't same applied with your emeralds actually as well. But as with everything, things come back into fashion, and certainly the last decade, amethyst has become huge once again. It dates back for literally centuries. I mean, it's a gemstone that was adorned by royals and hierarchy as a symbol of that status, shall we say, because it is a beautiful, beautiful gemstone, but that regality actually comes across within the actual saturation. Completely. But amethyst comes in lots of different colours. You can get obviously the purple. You can get what we call Rose de France, which is very specifically 4 on the GIA tone scale. And then you have got your pink amethyst. You can also get Praise Light amethyst. But I've noticed in doing my research for today's deal of the day that lots of the big designers are using a lot of pink amethyst lately. There was a Cartier bracelet which I found, and I was like, wow, that's pretty. Pink amethyst in there, over £6,000. Beautiful, don't get me wrong, £6,000. Now, I'm not saying that's what this is valued at, but it is a gemstone which has got that quality associated to it, doesn't it? Without doubt. Now, that being said, for that very delicate, soft, genteel hue that you get from pink amethyst, how about I almost supersize each and every single one of these rondelles? I make it a mega auction status, and I promise it to you at a ridiculously affordable price tag.
What's this one going to?
Well, I don't think you'd guess. Shall I ask you the question?
Go on then.
How much do you think it's going to?
Okay, I've had a price in my head ever since we started this morning.
Okay.
And I think it is, oh gosh, I don't want to blow this now. $34.95.
Really? Right? Yep. Yep. Okay. Nowhere near.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
it deserves that price. It's beautiful.
It could be, absolutely. I think if we were to bring this to air and it wasn't a mega auction and say we had 50 of them, for that level of quality, definitely, I think that would be a price tag that none of us would be surprised by.
It's a named amethyst, isn't it? It's, you know, it's lavender amethyst. It's not amethyst full stop.
No, you've got a very specific colour. It's the delicacy, I think. It's that genteel hue that you get from pink amethyst, which makes it so desirable and usually so expensive. So your deal of the day, there are 500 of these available. Mega auction status, jewellery makers. So I'm going to do something extra special for you. I mean, take a look at this beautiful necklace here that our in-house designers, one of our in-house designers has made. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving it. It's using one simple gemstone with a little wrap loop at the top there. They've almost done like a musical cleft at the front. Look how pretty that is. And how expensive does that look?
I love the faceting in this. It's extraordinary. extraordinary.
Me
isn't
too.
It? This long. Has that got a specific name?
Well, no, it's faceted. The lapidus has actually faceted the gemstone by its own beauty,
Yes,
rather than actually
yes.
being dictated by okay, this has got to be a round brilliant cut, this has got to be an oval brilliant cut, this has got to be trilliant. It's being allowed to be faceted according to its own beauty.
And shape as well. The way that the long facets are following the length of the stone rather than the
contours.
Thank you,
that one
Michael.
there, right there, is
Yeah.
really grabbing my attention. Look at
I
that.
love them.
Amazing. So, are you ready? Shall we open this mega auction? All I can suggest, you said $34.95, didn't you?
Yeah.
All I can suggest, Jewellery Makers, is that you dial through as quickly as you possibly can, because 500 is it's a big quantity, but when you see what we take it to, you're going to be thinking, okay, I'm not just going to get them one of those. It's multi-buyable. Let's just put it that way. Even this side of Christmas, it is multi-buyable. Imagine being able to gift pink amethyst on that special day. But I'm not just talking about one or two of those beads, breaking it down. Imagine being able to create this amazing necklace with sterling silver adornments at an affordable price tag. Already we have got web bidders dialing through. I'm not surprised by that. A gemstone which, like I said, has become one of the heavily used by some of the biggest designers in the world. It's got many connections with your heart, the love and the ability to soothe. So like I said, it's not surprised to me that you've actually got the likes of Cartier, Van Cleef & Arpels using this gemstone quite specifically. But this is a rare variety of your amethyst. You know, the fact that you are actually getting that really soft, genteel, delicate hue. You're laughing. Have you heard when this is going to?
No. It's completely something. I'll tell you about it in a minute. It's completely something separate, but it just triggered a memory in my head.
Triggered a memory in your head.
Yeah.
What would you do with this then, Mark? Look at that quality
I would treat
there.
every single one as a pendant with a chain tassel on a chain, and I would sell them for £15 each.
£15?
Yep.
Wow. So hang on a minute.
They're
1,
massive
2,
chain
3,
tassels
4, 5,
at
6,
the moment
7,
are
8,
huge.
9, 10. That's
Okay.
10. So that you
Brilliant.
could turn that in.
150.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'd have to bring in to account because you have to be sterling silver.
Yeah.
You know, but we sell at 3 metre lengths, don't we? Sometimes. So that'd be amazing.
I tell you what, this
think
is going to
they're
be a profit
beautiful.
maker for you then if you have got a jewellery making business. And is it easy to do, to recreate that long tassel design?
You would just cut 10 pieces of chain, maybe 3 inches long. Then you do a wrap loop through the stone. You pop all those little pieces of chain into that loop. Then thread the top loop through a chain. Job done. Take you minutes.
Take your minutes.
But
And
it's
what about this
fashionable.
piece of jewellery here?
That's
How easy would that?
beautiful.
The simplicity, I think, is the main attraction of this.
Yes, it is. And I love the way that the design on the front as well. Like you said, it does look like a musical note, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
But that's all you need to do, just something really simple.
Just let the gemstone be the actual beautiful, the beauty of the piece. Straight away, sorry, I've got a tickle in my throat. Straight away, we have got people dialing through and multi-buying savvy. I will be doing the same. Hi, Patricia. Hello to you, Ray, Anne, Margaret, Mary, Francis, Lisa, Valerie, Carol. Well done for those of you that have already dialed through. Can I just say you are going to be very, very, very glad that you did so, because a 500 quantity means that we could potentially sort of, fill the phone lines quite quickly, and likewise on the web. That quantity, actually, we've actually collapsed our online purchases before. We've actually collapsed our website before with that kind of quantity, because, and this is why I thank you all, if we do it in stages, then it's not such an inundation. And that's what I fully expect when we bring you your deal of the day price.
So for that price that I quoted,
Yeah.
can I multi-buy with that?
What do you mean, at $34.95?
Yeah. Can I multi-buy?
Yes.
Okay.
So what Mark is saying is, can I get more than one
With my $34.95.
with your $34.95?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's sort of giving the game away then, hasn't it? So it's going to be $17.95-ish.
No.
Okay.
You're
I
going to
still get change.
You're going to get change. If you haven't already dialed through,
Wow.
this is going to make you do it quite quickly. Are you ready? Beautiful quality, pink amethyst, faceted by its own beauty rather than being dictated by a shape. Are you ready? Deal of the day is about to literally fill up the phone lines. Thank you to our amazing call centre for keeping up with us here today. $14.95. Yeah, do you see where I'm coming from?
That's amazing. That's brilliant.
That really is. So hang on a minute, we counted 10. That's £1.50, £1.49 each.
Yeah.
For the size of...
That's silly, that's silly. That's
and clarity. The fact that they have actually got that beautiful clarity.
That one there you like?
Yeah, that
pale
one.
Yeah, the flat one. Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it?
I'd buy this strand happily for that gemstone on its
So
own.
I'm assuming that each strand you buy, the shapes are going to be different sizes, aren't they? Same carat weight on the strand, but you're going to get different shapes. So if you bought 3 or 4, I'm just imagining just a massive rosary-linked, long line lariat with maybe pearls.
That would be lovely. I'm thinking about things like your gallery wire. I think it would be really nice on your gallery wire if you wanted to frame it. I think that would work nicely. Anybody that does prong setting, yes, absolutely. You could do, you could use your prong setting techniques with these, and treat them as cabochons as well, because you will find some, like the one at the front now, which has actually got that flat surface. So they will, you could actually wire work these as well. I've told you this story before, but maybe not for some time. But one of the first pieces of jewellery that I actually bought myself, let's just say, not costume jewellery. It was. I really saved for it, and it was when I worked in a jeweller's back in South Wales. It was a very expensive jeweller's, and I absolutely loved this pink amethyst 18-carat gold ring, which had just 2 baguette cut diamonds either side. I saved and I saved and I saved because I didn't earn a great deal of money. It cost me, staff cost mine this was, so this wasn't what it was retailing at. It cost me £800. And that I'm going back to when I was in my 20s. So, yeah, a long time ago. A long time ago. And, you know, if you think about it, that was pink amethyst, which, do you know, I've actually lost. I can't find it. It'll turn up one day, I'm sure. It'll turn up one day. But it's this hue that I fell in love with. And it has got that sort of attraction, hasn't it? It really does, I think, pull on those heartstrings. The femininity of this gemstone is just stunning.
That is, it's feminine, isn't it? It is absolutely feminine. It's beautiful.
Loving that. Beautiful. Right, already 500 of these. 500 of these were available. They are not hanging around Jewellery Makers, but I might have been keeping something from you.
Oh, what are you doing?
I have a secret.
So how many can we buy for my $34.95?
3, and have change.
And change.
Hang on a minute, you can get 3 with your postage and packaging.
Oh, my word.
With your postage and packagage.
And this is because we've got a big quantity.
It's because I have 500 today.
Okay.
That is the sole reason, because we have got that quantity, that amount, we are taking it to a single figure price tag. Jewellery Makers, I've just seen all of a sudden lots of different web bidders up their order. I don't blame you folks. Lots of you have got 3. Maybe you had the same sort of price tag within your mind as well. $9.95. I mean, each and every single one of these, for me it's that one though, each and every single one of these could be the most beautiful cocktail ring.
Absolutely. So this is why I'm missing out on not knowing how to prong set, because there's all these stones that are passing me by because I know what I want to do with them, but I can't do what I want to do with them.
Yeah.
It's such a shame.
So, yeah, I mean, it's worthwhile, especially for this strand, it's worthwhile actually attending the workshop, isn't it?
That's
just
incredible.
To master that.
Yeah.
But you could just literally pop one on a head pin, Mark, couldn't I?
Sure, easily. Yeah, the fact that they're top to bottom drilled as well, they're always going to have that proper looking shape.
They'd be fabulous in earrings, actually. Just taking one, popping a head pin, bit of sterling silver, just one in a statement pair of earrings. And I don't know, if you do look on all those different websites, not just, you know, your high jewellers, but look even at your sort of fashion jewellers that gain a lot of inspiration from, you know, your Van Cleefs and your Bulgari and those kind of places. They're really embracing these kind of really organic, faceted shapes, aren't they? So it's not sort of following to the usual formation, I suppose. So yeah, you're seeing a lot of this. Beautiful. I have to say, I was on Facebook the other day and I saw lovely Gem Hawkes jewellery with those multicoloured gemstones. Stunning. Really stunning, Gem. If you're watching right now, I loved it, all of those different colours. I'd be using this alongside whatever kit you had there. I think that would work perfectly.
As we know, it's seed bead day, so you can treat each of these as a cabochon and do the seed bead cuddles around them.
Seed bead cuddles?
Yeah.
I like that. In a pair of earrings, so you can see all of that beautiful, delicate hue.
And it would just let the light through, wouldn't it? It'd be amazing.
Don't forget as well, amethyst is a pleochroic gemstone. It's quite highly pleochroic. So obviously we're looking at your pinks, your purples, but from a different angle you will see different hues within this gemstone. It's stunning, and it's completely different, by the way. Pink amethyst is completely different to your quartz. I know they come from the same gemstone family, but you can actually see the level of transparency. I mean, some of these are absolutely beautifully eye clean, but the colour saturation, the hue is polar opposite, really. It's quite recognisable even to the untrained eye. I'd be using this, I'm looking across again, Mark, alongside the kit that we had earlier on today. I think with those golds and silver coloured sea beads that you had, I think would look amazing, wouldn't they? Just taking one maybe in the centre. I think that would work perfectly. Were you expecting a $9.95 price tag, Jewellery Makers?
That's amazing.
No, of course you won't, but you will need to check out. I had 500. It is busy today, so no surprise that Joan's got 2, Valerie's got 2, Josephine's got 2, Deborah's got 3, Margaret's got 2, Elaine's got 2, Dawn's got 2. Who else just multi-bought then? I saw another number pop up. Georgina's just multi-bought, Sarah's just multi-bought, Elizabeth's multi-bought, Margaret's multi-bought, Patricia's multi-bought. I could go on. Honestly, there's rows upon rows of you there. But check out those baskets if you want to guarantee success on yours. Use them in earrings. I think the size is appropriate for all different pieces of jewellery.
I mean, you've got 2 that are pretty close on there, aren't you? Looking at the strand that you can use in earrings.
Are you looking at those 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Actually, yeah, they're really similar, actually.
Yeah, they're good. I love them.
Just pop. Would you keep it quite simple, or would you bead bezel these?
I would bead bezel, I think, just to bring them. I'm trying to think which colour I would use.
Ooh.
I think I'd go gold. Keep it really classic, I think.
Nice.
Gold,
if you do happen to make those, can you just give me a little shout? I'll buy them off you.
Okay.
Don't take them to the store. I'll buy them.
Okay.
And as somebody that is experienced actually in selling jewellery, I bet pink amethyst is incredibly popular as a seller.
Well, it's really unusual when people come to the stall to look for amethyst, because you have this array of different styles and colours, but not a lot of people know. I mean, I didn't know that you could get green amethyst until I joined Jewellery Maker, me for one. So to be able to have all these different colours and ranges, and to be able to have a named strand, so I would get my certificate for this one, purely because it says pink amethyst, and you can separate it from your bulk ordinary amethyst. So I would definitely do that straight away.
I think so. I think so too. You know, we had those clear quartzes earlier on.
Oh yes. Good idea.
Just to add that sparkle, that diamond-like sparkle. And they were only 3 mil, so they're going to work very much like the spaces are here, just allowing the light. And the more light that you actually influence quality gemstones like this, the more beautiful, in my appearance, in my opinion, rather, that they are going to be, because you're going to see, I mean, look, as I just rock my hand back and forth, you can really appreciate all of that clarity. Amazing. How are we doing in terms of stock levels then? Okay, yeah, now getting half the stock has gone already. I've got loads of you with it in your baskets. Make sure you check them out. So good luck, Jennifer, Caroline, Anila, Lorraine, Suzanne, Surrey, Jenny, Tracy, Nicola, Kimberly, Sharon, Margaret, Maureen. You're there as well. You've got to check out. If you're on those phone lines, fantastic. You're in exactly the right place. I promise you, our call centre will be with you imminently. I mean, if I saw something like that in a jeweller's or online or anything, I'd be expecting to pay at the very least, I think, probably about £50. At the very, very least.
Is that a 9-carat necklace?
I don't know.
It looks very
It's lovely,
high-end,
isn't
doesn't
it?
Yeah.
But it works, doesn't it? I think it is 925. No, it's 925.
Oh, wow.
925, yellow gold plated 925.
Gosh.
It works, doesn't it? And like you, we've shown it to you in the gold and in the silver, but I really like it in the gold.
That's lovely.
And rose gold.
Yeah.
Moving on. Well done, well done, well done. Still to come, we've got more kits coming up in the next hour, actually. One of your favourite strands, or you said your favourite strand.
My favourite ever strand of Tiger's Eye
Tiger's Eye.
Yeah, I've ever seen. It's
so
beautiful.
that's coming up in the 12 o'clock hour. We've got your Wall of Fame. And we've got more CB treats too. So moving on to... Can I just show you as well?
I've got this.
Have you?
I bought it on our last show.
What, this very strand?
This very strand. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It is beautiful, look. So, look, all of that lovely play of colour, but with...
Oh, no, I don't have this one. I have the faceted one.
Do you?
I've not seen this one
But
before.
that dark body colour, which, you know, if you let a firework off by day and a firework off by night, it's totally different, isn't it? Yeah, that dark body colour ignites the play of colour. What's that? This is going there. I've just heard the price. All of a sudden, Mark's eyes widened. Are we doing it now? Later.
That is
10 minutes time. How many do we have?
ridiculous.
36. So you saw the Ethiopian opal earlier on? Yeah. If you get this, you're still making savings, in my opinion. That's crazy. Okay. Okie dokie. Should we do some more? Should we do some more goodies? It's been fun today, isn't it?
It's been cool. It's cool.
Been
No,
lo-
I was watching YouTube. This is what I'm going to go back to my story now, so it just makes me laugh.
Yeah, what was that
we were talking
talking
about Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's being interviewed by this American chat show host, and it was people phoning in, and a chap phoned in and said, "I love you, Maria. I love you." Blah 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 blah. And then he turned around to her and said, "I've heard on the grapevine that you can whistle with your hands." Okay. And she said, "Do you want to do me live?" And Chappie said, "Yeah." So she takes off these 2 rings, and one was gold, full of diamonds in the shape of an open-winged butterfly.
Yeah, you'd imagine.
And on the other hand was silver, or white gold, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And as she hands them to him, she turns around, because she needed to take her rings off to do this blowing with her fingers thing. She looked at him as though he was going to steal them, and he said, "I won't pinch them." And she said, "They're Van Cleef." And it's just the way she said, "They're Van Cleef." She doesn't even use the full name now. She just says, "They're Van Cleef." And I thought, why did she have to say that? But it was just the look she gave. So what are you going to do with those? Don't put them in your pocket,
to her.
you know?
I've got to be honest. I can admire her talent, but I don't warm to her.
No.
She just, I just want to go, look, you are amazing, but
anyway,
by Jove, you know it.
Yes. Anyway.
Thanks
for letting me share that.
Anyway, no,
it just made me chuckle.
I think she's renowned for being the biggest diva, isn't she, Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
Amazing. What about your double drilled button pearls? Are they divas?
These are lovely, aren't
they? Do they know how amazing they are?
Double drilled.
Double drilled.
Double drilled.
Do you see what I did there?
How are they double drilled?
Bringing it back to the gemstones. Did you like that?
How are they double drilled?
Well, so imagine a button like these.
Yeah.
So they are drilled from 12 to 6 o'clock and 3 to 9 o'clock. So you can go in different directions. You can use these with your seed beads. Because they are, do you see where I'm coming from? So the drill holes will kind of form across.
Look.
Do you see that?
Oh, my word.
Is this the first time you've seen
I've never
these?
seen them before.
They're cool, aren't they?
So you can do all sorts. There's a design I do, which is going to be featuring on the Christmas Swarovski DVD we're launching.
Yeah.
Which does a design with crossing of seed beads and Swarovskis around pearls. And it's a bit of a faff, but it's a really nice, beautiful design. If we had these, it would make it so much easier. So doing ladder weaves.
I know where you're going after today's show then. You're going after today's show to say, "Can I have some double drilled button pearls, please, for Christmas Day?" I bet, because it's going to make it less of a faff for you. But I imagine that would be the case with lots of different sort of, I don't know, ideas that you might have, because you could just
seen these before?
Yes.
Oh, you have. You're quite blasé about them when you
No,
bought them
not
to wear.
blasé.
Because you'd seen them before. I've
I
never
have
seen them before.
I've a couple of times.
Right.
Now think about the fact this is an organic gemstone. How difficult must it be to facet a gemstone in 2 different directions? You know, with a pearl.
Amazing.
A pearl is notoriously hard to actually drill. So to be able to do that in 2 different directions is amazing, absolutely amazing. Think about as well, this weekend you had the launch of Jan Dwyer's DVD. So there's nothing stopping you if you wanted to put, I don't know, putting lots of sparkle in there, maybe your Swarovski in there, your diamonds in there. Why not? Why not?
Wow.
So I didn't want to sound blasé.
No, blasé was probably the wrong word, but you came across as though it wasn't a new product for you.
It was familiar.
Which it wasn't. You've seen it before, but yeah. That's amazing.
So, there we go.
Because when I read double drilled, I thought 2 drill holes.
Like next to one another. But no, they're actually like this. Hang on, like that. Aren't they?
That's brilliant.
Really clever, aren't they?
Yes.
Really, really clever. Lots of you getting these. Hello, Tove over in Denmark. Hello to you, Suffolk. Hello to you, Shropshire. Hello to you, Anila. Make sure you check out your baskets. Think about, everything that I've brought you today, those beautiful, I think these have sold out, but your amazing Ethiopian opal that we had earlier on, they would work perfectly because you could almost create that gorgeous halo design with these rondelles. Equally, even going back to, gosh, I don't know where this morning has gone, but to your alarm clock deal with these stunning, absolutely stunning. Still think this is one of my favourite strands of the day. I really, really like this. The quality of your peridot. That was just $4.95, Jewellery Maker. Speak to our contact centre, you'll be able to get that. Also, alongside your deal of the day. Lots of you there, double drilled. Does that mean that you can't just do a simple restrand?
No, you can do a simple restrand. You can absolutely.
Oh, I've had another idea.
Go on then.
So,
Yeah.
pearl knot them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drill holes, have the drill holes, obviously, the ones that are going in the other direction, suspend with a little, I don't know, a little wrap loop or something like that. Turn it into a little bit of a sort of like a charm carrier. You could have pendants from every single one of those pearls, couldn't you?
Yeah, I can see it now. Oh, that's ingenious.
So knot them and then actually use the drill hole to go downwards as well. That's clever. Really clever.
I must get a strand of these and have an experiment with.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
Firm
another old
favourite.
school.
Firm favourite of our Marks. What is it about your banded agate that you love?
Well, I just like the fact that we can take a humble little stone, okay, that might not look very
See,
nice.
Mariah? Agate's humble.
Yes, exactly. And then just with a little addition of a dye or a colourant, they can just bring out, and they just bring them to life, don't they? You can see all the bandings.
They do. They're just the most beautiful, energetic colour. That's lagoon-like, isn't it? That tone is absolutely stunning. You've got almost apatite, and actually from a distance, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was an apatite gemstone strand, but yeah, I agree. You can really appreciate all of those wonderful formations. And don't forget, agate is a rare gemstone. Which currently, and I have emphasis on the word currently, it's affordable, but that's not necessarily going to be the case always. Fashions change, prices of gemstones change, supply of gemstone changes. Look at that, it's a beautiful, beautiful blue. The fact these are faceted 6mm rounds, in my opinion, makes them very, very versatile as well, so you can use these with all of your designs. Like you said it's a humble strand that we've always stocked here at Jewellery Makers, and I hope we always will do.
I think they're amazing. I'm trying to think of the wow.
$9.95, my goodness.
I'm trying to think of the name of the planet in the Avatar film, and I've completely lost.
Oh, I don't know, but the colours in that film, they were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, I like that film. I do enjoy that film because they've just got, it's great for inspiration actually, isn't it? I can't remember.
It's going to rile me.
I can't remember. It is a fabulous film. Text in if you know. Oh, Michael, you Googling it?
No, how could I Google it?
Sorry. Michael's not Googling it. No, not at all. Text in. Do you know? Do you know?
Pandora.
Pandora. Absolutely. And what's the name of the tree? The main tree? You know, I thought it might just come to you, Michael, because you're not Googling.
I just don't know.
Pandora, yeah.
The new one's being released, aren't they?
Is there a new one?
There's another 4. They're making 5 altogether.
The home tree.
Yeah, it's 5 altogether.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's going to be a 2-year space in between. Next year's the first one.
Okay, that's exciting. Same cast?
Yeah, same cast.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, we've got some really amazing films coming up then, haven't we? Coming your way. Mary Poppins. We've got The Lion King. Aladdin. Absolutely. Little Mermaid. Dumbo. Avatar.
Yeah.
Look at all
Toy
these
Story 4, apparently.
I haven't even watched 2 or 3.
No,
I've
not
got
seen
to be
any
honest.
of them. No.
They are good. Yeah, they are good. I like the pig. I really like the pig called Ham. I like him. Anyway, well done, well done, well done. Is it star by time, did you say? Is it the black opal time?
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, we need to get serious in this auction because opal comes in lots of different varieties. I've shown you a few today. We've had pink opal, haven't we? We've had Ethiopian opal, but black opal, most people would consider the most desirable because it's incredibly rare, it's incredibly expensive ordinarily. Now there are ways of actually intensifying that black body colour, which is absolutely fine, equally still as desirable and as valuable. But what that does, it takes a beautiful, magical, genuine rare gemstone, but ignites, if you like, the play of colour from within. That's why it's so sought after. You will not believe what this is going to. I don't know what the deal is with Wayne this morning and his opal. He's just on the ball with these. But there's less than 50, so it's limited edition. You heard where it was going to, didn't you?
Absurd.
Up next. How quickly do you think this is going to be an on-screen sellout?
I'm going to go for 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Yeah. I am going to go for less than that.
Oh, controversial.
It's black opal. So some years ago, I had the very privilege of being joined by a gentleman called Andrew Cody. Now, Andrew Cody, you've probably... Cody, does that name mean something to you? It's very significant in your Australian opal. He is one of the sort of main, I don't know, benefactors, if that would be the right word, I don't know, in most influential individuals in opal, full stop, globally. And he brought some black opal and Boulder opal to a show that I once had the privilege of hosting, and they were one-of-a-kind pieces and they sold for thousands upon thousands of pounds. But the reality is we could have sold those 10 times over. Black opal fetches some very, 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 very high premiums. And I wouldn't own it if it wasn't for one of our very lovely viewers who sent me one. I know. How generous is that? Wow. Sent me one, sent Willow one actually, so keep it until Willow's older so she can actually have that made into a piece of jewellery. It's absolutely exquisite, it really is. Anyway, but because most of us that know gemstones know that opal would understand that it comes usually with one of those kind of price tags, dizzy heights. So there are methods of actually getting this gemstone slightly more affordably, and I do say slightly, and that is by taking what will be an existing black opal and smoking it slightly. So they smoke it and it intensifies those colours, which means that you're going to see more of your play of colour, which is ultimately what every opal wants to display. So if I was to ask you the question, I know you know now, but if I was to ask you the question, Mark, what do you think this is going to?
6995.
69.95. Yeah, I think that would be a more than reasonable suggestion there. Yeah. You've got reds, you've got blues, you've got greens. Here in the studio, don't forget, it doesn't do this gemstone any favours whatsoever. You know, it's a gemstone that really does like to have one single light source. So if I actually bring it to the back of the board, I don't know, there we go. And I'll roll it towards you in the same way that I did with the white Ethiopian opal. You can see all of that play of colour. Look at that. All of that play of colour internally. And don't forget, we're looking at the narrowest part. So how many do I have of these? There are just 36 of these available within the vault. And we're going to put a 60-second clock onto your screen.
What I specifically like about black opal, that it's an opal for the gents. It's probably the only colour of opal I would wear.
Good
so it's
point.
about time we had an opal for the gents.
Yeah, it's a really good point, because some people might think that Ethiopian or Australian or the coloured opal is maybe a little bit too feminine. Yeah. I can see that.
Wear this. Well, I bought the faceted one on my last show. Well, and I'm going to make something for myself for Christmas, a nice bracelet. Nice, good. I'm glad you're doing that, because I'm a big believer in that you should always treat yourself at Christmas as well. Well, if you want to get this, Mark, you're going to need to have a little bit of a competitive streak, because there are less than 50, and it is going to a crazy low price tag. So 60 seconds starts now. Get ready. If you are a fan or a collector of some of the finest, most desirable gemstones in the world, this is going to be on your wish list, if you like, or maybe you're fortunate enough to already own it. I wouldn't own black opal if it wasn't for one of our amazing customers who very, very, very generously actually gifted it to my little girl for when she gets older. I shan't give it to her now, obviously. It's a kind of gemstone that I would actually then have set into some sterling silver or even some gold. 30 seconds. I don't think a single viewer watching right now, for the quality, the level of play of colour that comes from within each and every single one of these opals is expecting the price tag that is attached. When I actually double this strand over, and I'm going to do it very, very carefully, can you see? Because they're jam-packed on there. Look at the amount of play of colour that is coming across. There we go. The actual table of each of those black opals as well, and that's going to become more obvious when you come to de-strand it. So graphics alive, 12 carats of genuine black opal, a strand. I agree with you, actually. I think this is a really good strand to to create for maybe the man in your life, or men in your life if you wanted. I think if I made some macrame or a simple sort of bracelet just like so, I think my husband would like this. I didn't mean that to sound the way it did. Well,
Your dad, your brothers, your husband.
Your harem of men.
I've got a brother. I think I've got a nephew as well. He'd wear this too.
How old's your nephew?
He's 16.
Wow.
16 years old, bless him. Yeah, the apple of my eye. I love my absolute sweetheart. Well, my nephew and my niece, they're both amazing. But both of them actually would wear this. Very, very clever boy, my nephew. Very, very bright. He got it from his auntie. No, not really. Not really. Not really. But this would be something that I think even in his teens that he would definitely appreciate, because it is a fascinating gemstone. All of those beautiful colours. Have you started dialing? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? It's a limited... Oh, OK, half the stock has gone already. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Wait until you see, if you're shopping with us on the phone lines, how affordable this is going to. So it has undergone a little bit of treatment. That's not a negative. Do you know, I really... It bothers me sometimes that we... And we've kind of made a rod for our own back, really, here. We are very upfront. We're very transparent. We'll always tell you the treatment of our gemstones. But I don't want you to think that the treatment is a negative, because at the end of the day we're only making something that's beautiful even more beautiful. How can that be a negative? So we're taking beautiful black opal but intensifying our ability to be able to appreciate all of that play of colour within. We had less than 50 of them, and we are going low. Mark's shaking his head in disbelief.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing price.
Best
deal so far today, I think.
I'm not going to disagree with you there. That's 12 carats. 12 carats of black opal.
So beautiful.
So hang on a minute. There was 10 carats of Ethiopian opal earlier on. So 22 carats for what, £55? £55 for 22 carats of exceptional, I'm going to grab it actually, exceptional quality Ethiopian opal. I mean, look, this is everything that you would... Look at those together.
So would you make a white opal bracelet with an inch of black in the centre, or a black with an inch of white?
Do you know what I would do? If you were lucky enough to get both of these, I would take one black opal, pop it in here, bracelet, one white opal, put it in there, just one.
Yeah.
And then it would be, for me, and I am a big softie, by the way, so I'd be giving this one to my husband, and that one would be mine.
He'll have a piece of you, and you'll have a piece of him.
Exactly. I know. I am a softie. So he'll always have that little... He might want to be like that. I don't want to take a piece of you with me, Al. Leave me alone for 5 minutes.
That's a lovely idea.
But and less than £55, I don't think you'd be able to get one bracelet of a more plentiful gemstone than Ethiopian black opal. That's amazing. Wendy, Suzanne, Lily, Staffordshire, Shirley, Linda, you're there, Christine. Hello to you, Anne, Lorna, Cheryl, Richard. If he's watching right now, my husband would be like that. No, don't do that. So I like a bit of peace every so often. What would you do, though, more importantly?
I would go for black with a strip of white in the middle.
Nice.
Maybe, as I said, an inch, so 10 or 11 of the
And what kind of class would you go with? Because you're thinking about making something for yourself.
Yeah, I'll have to be magnetic for me.
Yeah?
I've never worn bracelets, so it's always, I find them really tricky.
Yeah.
And I give up. So a little, one of the smaller 6 or 7 millimetre.
Like a silver magnetic clasp. Yeah, nice idea. And that's very strong. I mean, I use those magnetic clasps a lot in bracelets. They are so much easier to take on and put on and take off, rather. Check out those baskets. It's catching. I can't construct a sentence today.
No.
I don't know what's with...
It's excitement.
Do you think it's in the tea?
It's excitement. I hope it's not in the tea. It's excitement.
It has been an exciting show, and we've still got more to bring you as well. Your 12 o'clock kit is stunning, and of course demonstrations. Well done. Okay, moving on.
Well done, everyone.
Well done. Oh, now you can tell.
By the way I look, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk.
Right. What lyrics is that? You can tell I'm a woman's man.
Oh yeah, the Bee Gees. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Staying Alive, that's it. Best soundtrack ever from a film. Yeah, Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever. Yeah. Oh. I bet a few people got that one.
Oh, look at this.
I was about to say, you can tell Wayne knows his guest designers, because he would have seen this and gone, Mark, Look
love
at the
that one
quality.
there. That's so unusual. It's got a sort of a smoky hue to it, hasn't it?
See, and I'm really drawn to this really distinctive, rich purple, but also this one here. Hang on, this is natural.
That's stunning.
This is a natural strand of fluorite. If we're looking at that one, this one here in particular, does anyone else see the Hope Diamond, the colour of the Hope Diamond within that one? That kind of tealy colour, or even an indicolite. You're actually looking at one of the rarest colours of gemstones with that teal colour. And here it is in fluorite. So what are the earrings that you're wearing right now?
Blue John.
Fluorite. So this very gemstone.
Yeah.
It's one of your favourites, isn't it?
Yeah, my number 3.
So the fact that we're bringing it to you in your faceted cubes too, we had it earlier.
I love this shape. It's got Moldavite colour there just going round, look.
Beautiful quality strand of fluorite. The most colourful mineral on, one of the most colourful minerals on this planet. This is totally and utterly natural. Yeah, you can get beautiful apple greens. Look at that green one there, just the right of your screen. Isn't that amazing? You get bicolours, and I'm looking at a bicolour right in the centre of the strand. You get pinks, you get purples, you get indicolite colours. It is a stunning, stunning gemstone. But fluorite, for me, it's quite a distinctive gemstone. You can spot it even from a distance because you've got that very gentle play of light, I suppose. What? $17.95.
Oh no.
Wayne's just said, that's no way near your price. You know when a producer is like really, really happy and quite, quite smug.
He's not quite he hasn't got that naughty laugh quite as Tom has it. That sort of dastardly and muttly.
Give him time.
Daft sort
but
of
a
laugh.
producer, they swing in their chair like this when they're like, oh, nowhere near your price.
You can do it really well, that.
No way near your price, jewellery makers. Wow. Look at the colours that you're getting here. Yeah, you're right. That's like an olive.
Yes,
Have we ever seen olive-coloured fluorite before? £10.95.
I would buy a strand for that one there. I love that. I've never seen that colour before.
No.
It's bordering on yellow, but not quite.
You're right. It is a very sort of smoky-like colour.
Yeah.
I'm really drawn to these two up here, which... Can you see that rich purple and that lovely tealy blue? But to be honest, the whole strand, definitely worthy of your sterling silver components. This is as popular as we had expected. Shirley Ray, hello to you, Diane, Caroline, Margaret, hello to you, Manchester, hello to you, Middlesex, hello to you, Nottinghamshire, Anne, Tracy, Sandra, Denise. You're all there. Have I got quantity of this? Less than 100 of them, and we are busy today, as you would have expected. Already 35 of these have gone, so yeah, as you can see, that quantity is not hanging around. The faceted cube, yeah, I'm a massive fan of this shape, and the trilliants that we've just launched, and they do seem to be quite new sort of cuts, I suppose.
I hope we get more of this.
Me
but
too.
for fluorite, that's a lot of work. And then how much wastage do you think has happened as well?
You're right.
Cracking and breaking.
Because it's a soft gemstone.
Yeah, I think so, mate. It's such a shame it wasn't 9 or 10. It'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Do you think then it would be a member of the Big Five if it was?
Oh, good point. Well, could be.
Probably.
Yeah.
But a lot of the reasons why certain gemstones aren't members of the Big Five is because of the supply. It's so scarce. That's probably the case. I mean, these greens here, many would actually say are the rarest colours to get. The green colours, the apple greens.
It's from Russia.
Is it really? Wow.
I've never seen it from Russia before.
Our former founder, actually, it took him 8 years to buy a parcel. Sorry, I can't talk today. A parcel of green fluorite.
Really?
8 years. 8 years.
Gosh.
So, yeah, I mean, you're talking about, and the quality that you're getting across every single one of these strands. They're solitaires, aren't they? Do you know, I'd really like to see one as like a spinning ring. Actually having one with some sterling silver and actually have it so you can actually spin it around. That's a nice idea, in my opinion. $10.95, well done. Of course they're popular. Of course they are. I think this could be an on-screen sellout, Wayne.
I get quite emotional when I see how popular one of my favourite gemstones is on the show, because that's nice. Makes my day.
Because you can see...
It's stunning.
But it's an obvious attraction, especially with the quality of this strand.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes fluorite you can look at and it's maybe very gentle, it's very pastel. It's not how do I word this? It's not a look at me. It's not a Mariah strand, is it?
No.
Sorry.
We're going to use that, aren't we? We'll use that.
She's going to sue me. You watch. No. It's not
She's on the phone to her lawyers now.
Right now.
As we speak.
Right now.
Yeah.
I don't mean it, Mariah. I don't mean it. Please don't sue me. Anyway. No, but it's a soft, gentle, it's kind of like the wallflower gemstone, isn't it?
Yes.
Whereas this strand, it is definitely saying, look at the intensity that I've got here, that saturation. That really is incredible. Joyce, hello to you. Tatiana, hello to you. Nottinghamshire Jill. Check out if you want to guarantee success. We are busy today. I'd use this with your...
I was just going to say that.
Were you?
Perfect.
Pink amethyst.
I've got this image in my head now of pearl knotting with that amethyst, but with bright Shanghai red silk or Eslon. I just got that picture in my head. I think it look amazing, and just incorporating these little fluorites as well.
Beautiful.
You've
A
got
nice,
these little,
really lovely long line necklace.
And all the spaces you got in between. I mean,
Yeah, don't discard those. They are useful. You can use them elsewhere.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, moving on. Moving on to... Ooh. I've done a bit
we
of...
haven't seen very often, have we, this year?
Tanzanite. I had one strand yesterday.
One.
The week before, I don't think I had any.
No.
It's gone from a gemstone that we used to see hourly. Would you all agree with that?
Yes, yeah.
To now probably monthly, if we're lucky, if we are lucky. But we have been saying for I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
It is becoming very, very, very expensive and very difficult for us to purchase. You've got to remember that of all of the traders and all of the buyers out there, jewellery establishments, this is going to be on their radar, isn't it? So the price per carat has absolutely soared. But what we look for is a very, very, very rich, vanadium-rich tanzanite. That means that intensity of colour. Vanadium is the chemical that is responsible for producing this beautiful purplish blue. I mean, it's no surprise to me that this is the gemstone that Tiffany's & Co., you know, or one of their many success stories. That's incredible quality tanzanite.
Blue, isn't it?
I haven't bought tanzanite in I don't know how long. I genuinely do not know when the last time. So it's triachrome. It's a gemstone which has got triachrosm. If you see pink within, by the way, have you ever heard of pink tanzanite? One of the rarest gemstones on this planet. It's extremely expensive. Do you want to know how many pieces of pink tanzanite I've sold in my time? In my entire career? 2. 2 pieces.
Larique?
Yeah. One of a kind. They were thousands upon thousands of pounds. Thousands of pounds. So if you see pink, that really is a very a real positive characteristic. £17.95. If there's any of these left, I'm going to be joining you on this because I mean, apart from the fact that we love it in our jewellery, I buy it with the future in mind. You know, we are really seeing the difference between sort of tanzanite that's available to us in the market, the quality that is available within the market, and the price. This is not reflective of that right now. You know, you expect to pay probably about 4 or 5 times that price tag for the quality that you're seeing on your screens right now. That colour, it's not pale, it's not wishy-washy, it is really beautifully intense. I buy it also with the fact that my daughter might not be able to buy tanzanite firsthand when she's, you know, when she's old enough to purchase gemstone. So
well, I'm not able to buy alexandrite.
No, true.
So, you know, this is going to happen, isn't it?
It is going to happen. And I'm glad you said that, actually. I can remember doing a showcase of alexandrite.
So you've seen it in the flesh?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Gosh, you're very lucky.
Well, I don't know, at first appearance, it's not one of those gemstones you go, ooh, that's pretty. But when you actually see what it does, because it's a colour change, then you appreciate it, really.
Okay.
It's not that amazing when you see it firsthand. Would you agree with me there, Wayne? But then when you see it transform, yeah, it is.
Right.
But I didn't buy it when I was actually presenting that showcase. Budget, probably. I didn't have the money to do it. I own it now, but it's minuscule. Mine is minuscule. It's so expensive. I have asked Marie if we can get some alexandrite. She laughed practically in my face.
Well, I know we tried to get in for last Christmas show and we couldn't source it anywhere.
Paraiba would be nice as well. Yeah, Brazilian Paraiba, that would be amazing. But of course, then, jewellery makers, you're not going to be talking about sort of prices like this. You're going to be talking about, it's like £4,000 per carat Paraiba.
I had a lovely lady called Nicola in my workshop on Saturday who had a Paraiba tourmaline engagement ring. It was amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
So beautiful.
One of my friends has actually, she's got a Paraiba engagement ring, and you can't help but just go.
No, I know.
You follow her hand almost. The colour is amazing. Okay. Pink Perfection. Number 6, did you say? Yeah, I thought so. I was drawn to that. As soon as you said pink perfection, I knew what you meant. These are nice. Look at these colours. Your Mayuki pink mist. I'm going to go with that one. Champagne pink and dark pink. They are all 11.0s and all come in the 7.2 gram tube. This is lovely, this colour.
I like that colour. I like the colour.
It's like
a nice mix, actually.
A nude.
Nude, yeah.
Why is it whenever we say tube
or nude?
And what was the other one we were saying earlier on? Tube. And you said something as well. And I was like, you have to say it like that.
Tube.
Tube. Yeah. Nude. You've got to really pronounce it like so. I love this colour. They'd be a nice addition actually to the kit that you've got coming up actually alongside the Tiger's Eye. Also equally with your deal of the day. I mean, think about that. The pink amethyst that we had. You know, you said about bead bezeling. Could I use the Delicas to actually bead bezel? And would this little bundle go quite a long way?
Okay, well, you could probably bezel every single one of those amethysts at least.
Really?
You probably still have half of that bundle left. They do go a long way. You'll be surprised.
Really deceptive, these little tubes, aren't they? So, I mean, we haven't counted them, but I'd imagine there are probably thousands upon thousands in there. It goes by the gram weight itself. Yes, I love that bundle. I think that's really pretty. Also, those of you that are doing your little figurines, there's nothing stopping you actually using these in your figurines, especially this colour, because that could be like the little faces.
Yeah.
Little rosy cheeks in the centre there. And this could be the face colour. Yeah, so anybody that's actually doing your angels or your nativity characters, those kind of things, they'd work for that. Christmas tree decorations, I mean, any piece of jewellery. Nudes are, much like we were talking about yesterday, your ochres, nude tones, and we have actually got those very drusies coming up in a lovely kind of nude palette. These would be perfect because they complement all different skin tones, every different occasion as well. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily wear your sort of your high sparkle all the time, would you? But you could with your sort of softer tones. Who are you getting?
One of the kings.
We three kings. Look at them.
He's cute. His beard and his bobble hat. He's ace.
Oh, they really are amazing, aren't they?
They're lovely.
Can you grab the shepherd?
This one here. Has he got a face? Yeah, he's got a face.
He's got a little face. And Mary.
Oh, look.
They're incredible, aren't they? They just make you smile.
Oh,
I love it. I wish I could make these.
They're very cute.
Oh, look, you could even do like a little...
I'll put them on top of your pen.
You could do a little nativity...
Little play.
Little play with your fingers.
Finger mouse.
Oh, they are incredible, aren't they? Yeah, make sure you get hold of those colours because I've never said that before, actually, being able to make those little faces. Okay, moving on to Hot Blush. Where's that then?
That's a good title.
Number 7. Okie dokie, here we go. Hot Blush. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to sort of break out into a little bit of the hot chocolate song then. You know the song?
Hot stuff.
Yeah.
Hot flush.
Yeah.
Oh, blush, not flush.
What film's that off, by the way? What's the film?
Full Monty.
Full Monty. That's a classic, isn't it? Love that film. £15.95. So within this, you're actually getting your Mayuki pink blush, your hot pink, and your pink luster light olive seed beads. In terms of the sizes, let me just see. You have got, these are 11.0s, aren't they, Mark? Is that right?
That's right. Yep.
And these ones here are
11s and then 15s.
And
I believe.
15s in the actual sort of hot pink that you can see there. If you've never done seed beading today, follow Mark, because Mark gives you demonstrations, and you're going to have one in the next hour actually. So all of these pieces of jewellery, all these amazing designs that you have made, Mark, can somebody just start seed beading and do this?
Yes. Every single piece on here, without a doubt.
I know you might find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I never make a piece that, because if I struggle with it, then I'm not going to bring it as a piece of jewellery. But no, it's completely easy.
I mean, look at that amazing necklace. That really is incredible.
I had to decide when to stop with that, because I could have just gone on and
on and on and on. And then it becomes a wall decoration doesn't it?
Yes.
So if you've got any questions for Mark, then feel free to text us. We are live here in the studio. So cannot wait to bring you this next kit, folks. We'll be back after this.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Are you new to Jewellery Maker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share. Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people.
Hello everyone, it's guest designer Mark Smith here with some exciting news about our brand new workshop coming up in December in our Hammersmith office in London. On Friday the evening of the 7th, we're going to be having an evening of gossip, nibbles, prosecco, lots of fun and laughter, lots of questions and answers you may be surprised with. And on the Saturday, the main event we're calling it, it's a full day workshop consisting of 2 projects using the most amazing Swarovski crystal and sea beads to make jewellery for that festive party season which is soon going to be upon us. Hope to see you in December.
Oh, just dropped my chair down a little bit lower than I intended to. There we go. Right, can I just show everybody what we've got coming up today? Didn't mean to go down quite that low. Hang on a second.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right now. I start fidgeting and then I have to fidget some more to get back into place. Anyway, what have we got coming up? A stunning, stunning kit. And I bet so many of you are inspired by Mark's jewellery. I mean, seriously, the earrings. 1, 2, 3. There's 4, 5 pieces of jewellery in particular I'd have my eye on. I love these earrings. I love that beautiful sort of caging of the bead. Then you've got, I mean, the same with that bracelet that you've got just here. I mean, can you imagine wearing all of these together? Like, obviously not all of them, but like a pair of earrings, a ring and a necklace. Or wow, Mark.
And the first thing I did was, because we've got 3 main colours on the tiger's eye strand, I separated them into 3 piles.
Yeah.
And then that gave me then the inspiration for the jewellery from then on. Because
you actually spoke to Marie some time ago and actually said, I want some of the finest examples of tiger's eye that we can actually purchase.
And I've loved our tiger's eye in the past. And when we get multicoloured tiger's eye.
Wow.
You can see that blue in the middle, I mean, it's amazing. We also get the fuchsia pink and the green, which I really like. I really like them. But for me, the fuchsia pink and the green especially, it looks too messed around with. Okay, whereas the blue, the red, and the caramel colours, even though they've had a slight bit of colour to them, it's not as in your face. And I wanted to really tone it down because we wanted to get this in for Mates for Men Day, you see. And okay, fuchsia pink and bottle green, maybe or maybe not for gents. And this is the bundle and the strands that we came up with.
Well, this one here, firstly, that'll be natural. This is what tiger's eye actually looks like in its natural form. So yeah, like I said, these really beautiful gold and light colours. But you also get these really beautiful dark, sort of almost like a mahogany colour.
Are the reds dyed?
Yes, they're influenced. They're influenced to a dye treatment. Same with the blue. And I'll be the first to admit that when I first heard about the fact that we were treating gemstones like tiger's eye or dyeing them, I was like, how's that going to work? Surely it's going to lose that chatoyancy. It's a polar opposite. It exaggerates it, doesn't it? Anyway, that's part of this kit. I've also got coming up an unbelievable Ethiopian opal strand for you, and more amazing premiere opportunities to see to show you too. I haven't got them here, so not there. What number are they? Okay, there we go. Oh, I have got them here.
Oh, I missed out on these. These were deal of the day, weren't they?
I've never seen them.
Aren't they amazing?
So when were these brought to air? When were these brought to air, Mark?
Last week, the week before? I think Zena bought them to air as a deal of the day. Yes, yeah.
I've only got a couple. They're coming up a little bit later on. They are incredible, aren't they? Wow, I haven't even seen those before. Okay, so let's talk kit. Who is singing the song right now?
Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, he's doing another Rocky film, isn't he? Old Arnie, Sylvester. He's in training at the moment. Must be Rocky. I'm not sure which number it is.
He's pretty amazing as Sylvester Stallone. Pretty amazing. I think, you know, as an actor as well, I really do rate him. I think he's...
He won an Oscar for Rocky.
Yeah, if you hear a story, if you hear his background story as well, he's a pretty talented individual, to be fair. Anyway, so, beautiful tiger's eye. I agree with you, Mark, the finest quality tiger's eye.
I mean, look at this one here. Look at that banding.
It's a perfect orb, isn't it?
Yep.
Perfect orb. Can you see? Just there. Look at that gorgeous chatoyancy. Beautiful chatoyancy all the way around, completely orbiting each of these gemstones. That is what premium tiger's eye is. That's what we're actually aspiring to, isn't it?
It's just beautiful. Do you agree when I'm saying it's the finest you've ever seen?
100%.
It's just phenomenal.
100%. Okay, then you have your Fireline. This is the £8 breaks. We had the Fireline earlier on in the white colour. This is in the black. It's nice to have that variation.
Yes.
I'd be getting both the kits today, actually, because they do work together.
They work together beautifully.
The colours are perfect. So you're getting 50 yards just there, and then you have this selection of gorgeous metallic colours. So, Mark, you quite often design your own kits, don't you?
I have a big part in it now, yes.
That's good. Yeah. So you can actually cherry pick what you have.
I know, it's a bit naughty.
Not naughty at all. What makes you actually go for these kind of shapes and these kind of colours?
This is on the back of Mates for Men Day, and we wanted something that we can incorporate CBs in gents jewellery. And we didn't have enough space to have this kit on the Mates for Men Day, which is why we've now got, hence Eye of the Tiger, you see. It's a bit sort of a masculine looking kit.
Yeah.
And, but obviously we were away from Mates for Men Day, so a couple of the pieces a gent would wear, but overall it's aimed at the ladies.
I would definitely wear every single one of those pieces.
I just think, and all of these three colours go with every colour on the strand of the tiger's eye. So
yeah,
really
totally agree. So you're getting a 22-gram tube of your Duracoat galvanised silver. You're getting 11 O's in your yellow gold sea beads, 24-gram tube there, and also a 22-gram tube of your 8 opaque black sea beads. It is a kit that just keeps going, doesn't it?
It's brilliant. Well, I'll show you what I've got left again.
After all of those pieces?
All of this, yeah.
All of those pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of jewellery.
And with Sam here earlier, I sat on my tube. So apologies for that.
I think we'll let you off. He
let me off that one.
He was quite distracting, wasn't he? I don't know if you saw Sam.
Yeah, so you can see I've used a lot again. So you can always tell if I really enjoy a kit by how many beads I've got left in the tubes, and that says it all, really. Even the wonky one.
Even the wonky one. Still perfectly functional, though. There's nothing wrong with that tube at all. Nothing wrong. How many have we actually got? Okay, 100 and what, sorry? 16. Okay, I thought you said 60. I was like, oh, that's exciting. Bear in mind, you get this beautiful, the finest quality tiger's eye. I think Mark and I are in agreement. It's the amount of chatoyancy, but the colour that you're getting as well. They do almost kind of orbit, don't they, constantly. That wonderful phenomena effect, which is, of course, down to the internal inclusions. Straight down to, I would pay that for that strand.
Without a doubt. No, without a doubt. It's beautiful.
On its own, I think that's an amazing price for that strand on its own, and it just goes to show with the quality of the of your tiger's eye. Just taking one of the blue beads, say Bing's just gone like that. Go on, have a look. It's beautiful, don't you reckon, ladies? Look at the colours that you're seeing here. Some of our lovely workshop attendees have stepped into. Hello, girls. Hi. Look at this tiger's eye.
It holds its own, doesn't it? That
just
one blue
bead.
in the middle, with all that going on around the outside, it holds its own.
Really does, but it's like it accentuates the phenomena effect.
No, it's fantastic. The quality is just brilliant.
So this
I was a bit wary about whether the red was dyed or not, whether you could find it naturally that colour. Because it looks like it's natural, doesn't it? The red. Don't know. I'll have to.
Well, it's saying it's this heat treatment.
Right.
I'd imagine the blue is actually a dye,
yes.
but
the
red. Maybe the red is just a little bit of heat treatment. So yeah, I can't imagine heating would actually transform it to a blue. I don't know. But yeah, the heat maybe is turning it to that lovely mahogany colour.
Yeah, I think it's stunning.
Just stunning.
Beautiful.
Don't forget you get your fire line with this as well. I mean, that really is incredible, isn't it? All of this and the potential to make, gosh, multiple pieces. I mean, you are never light on your seed beads in your creations, Mark, are you? So if you were to sell them, and I know you're not going to, but if you were to sell those, I don't know, earrings, ring, bracelet, necklace, how much would they be?
Well, the whole lot I'd go for 145 for everything.
What, you could buy everything for 145?
Yeah.
That seems very reasonable. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces of jewellery
that big medallion, that took me about 3.5 hours.
I bet it did.
And then I had to stop.
Yeah.
I have to give myself a time limit now.
Because you will just keep going.
Yeah. Well, I just thought, what if I had another row? What if I have another row? What if I had another one? And I think, no, enough's enough, you need to stop there. It would be like wearing a dartboard, wouldn't it?
No, but I like it though. I like big jewellery. If you turn the bust slightly, can you see, Jewellery Makers, from a side profile, it almost creates like a flower. Can you see that? Keep going, keep spinning.
Keep going.
See that?
Oh yeah, you get that little wave.
Look how lovely that is, and that's all done. Does that happen naturally?
Yes, that does it all itself.
Wow, love it, love it, love it. Start dialing through. This is a popular kit. Mark, what are you going to demonstrate?
Well, I'm going to show these little bobbly bits. That's not its technical term. I don't know what it's known as.
We know what you mean, though.
The little bobbly bits.
Bobbly bits.
It's really easy, and these got really substantial drill holes, so you're able to do lots of multiple passes. So I thought I'd show you that.
So you would need lots of multiple passes, would you?
9.
9 in total. Okay.
Yeah. So you need a stones with a bigger drill hole. If you look at these 3 that I've got here, can you see this glow?
Yeah, straight. I actually looked at that and thought, that's not tiger's eye.
It's amazing, isn't it?
But it is.
Yeah, it's
incredible. It actually is. Wow.
It's incredible.
Okay.
So for the bracelet, I had a piece of thread about 6 foot long, so you need quite a lot of thread. Okay, so first thing you can do is you need to pop a stopper bead on the bottom, stop everything from dropping off. And you need to leave a tail of about 6 inches to add your clasp. And then I didn't want to go straight into the tiger's eye, so I've popped on an 11 of the gold. And then you need to decide which colour seed bead you want up against your tiger's eye. Okay, for the bracelet, I went for the caramel colours. Okay, so we'll go for the caramel, as we did on the bracelet. So I thought that black looked nicer against the stone or the silver. So in the end, I went for the black. So you pop on a black, slide that down, okay, and then that is going to then sit on your bead. So you're going to thread that through. Then you need to decide on the number of beads, because basically you want to make an arc that goes around your tiger's eye. So this consisted of 3 11s. So 1, 2, 3. Then I went for a silver, then a black, and then you reverse. So you go silver and 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 of your 11s. Now can you see I'm coming out of the top of that tiger's eye. So we're going to follow clockwise or anti-clockwise, whichever way you want to go, around the back. And we're going to take our needle back up through from the bottom straight up to the top. So we're going to take that through, and then that will give you your first arc. Okay?
Yeah.
Now all you're going to do is you're going to repeat this combination 8 more times.
Okay.
So you have 9 altogether, and then it will start to form that outer covering. So what I would recommend doing is go through your tiger's eye strand and pick the least chatoyant, because we're going to be covering them up.
Oh, okay,
which seems a bit detrimental to the lovely strand, actually.
Yes.
So I went through and I cherry-picked all the really, really heavily banded, pop those to one side, and then the ones that, which is really difficult on this strand, actually, to just go for the least chatoyant or the least
look at this one here.
gems that have the interest.
It's almost a shame to cover that up,
is,
isn't it?
yeah.
Look at that. It is absolute.
Yeah. So that one particular one, I would keep to one side and use that for a project where it's not covered.
Yeah,
so you may want to, in reality, use the reds or the blues, depending on...
But then saying that, can I...
I know, it's tricky.
It is hard to choose. But you don't have to do 8 circulations, do you? You can do less.
You can do 4, so you had just to have them on the quarter if you wanted to. But
that would be very Fabergé if
would.
you just had the 4 coming down the sides. Anyway.
So we're just going to do the next row. So again, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, and exactly the same. You need to make sure that that's pulled nice and tight down so it sits on that bottom bead. So we're just going to go round the back and up through, pull nice and tight, make sure you don't get your tail caught up. Pull nice and tight, and so that's 2. So when you have 2, you'll see there's a bit of a gap here. Okay, don't worry about that gap, because once we start adding the other arcs, that gap will disappear, and then we're going to pop another stone on the top. So all you're going to do is you're just going to repeat that. So what I tend to do is once I've got my 2, I then turn it round so you've got the flat surface, and then we're just going to repeat.
If you wanted to use another gemstone for this as well, you really do need that large drill hole,
absolutely.
don't you?
Yeah. So I'm using a size 12 needle as well, because the eye of the needle, you need to get through that gemstone hole as well.
Oh,
so
true.
this is when you need to revert back to your 12s, and then we're going to take it up through, and then just start positioning. So I think I did 5 on one side, and then I flipped it over, and then did 4 on the other side. So you just keep going. I could probably have done 12 with a drill hole in the size needle that you've got in here. So if I'll bring the bracelet across and just undo it. So I popped on a toggle clasp from my stash. So I'll just take the toggle off. So you can see that. So I started with the first bead, which was nude. Okay, so we start with that nude one to start. And then we've got our bead that we've covered. So even though I've covered, you can still see.
Yeah, you can still see that.
It does hold its own, doesn't it? So we've got 9 of those little arcs, and then I've popped a little stopper of the black, which will fill that gap in. Then the nude, and then you just repeat and just keep going. And you've got enough beads to make a necklace of that exact same design.
Well, you've actually you've done this for the earrings.
For the earrings, yeah, I've done that for the earrings as well. But that was using blue, so I've just changed the colour and used the blue.
Wow, wow, wow. Really beautiful.
And it's not heavy. I mean, it feels quite an elegant bracelet, doesn't it?
No, that's really true. I mean, look at that. Talk about something that's going to be admired and noticed, because you wouldn't be able to buy something like this in many high street shops, would you? And if you did, it certainly wouldn't be the price tag that's on your screen right now. Mark, thank you. They are really, really, really incredible. And what's more, they look so much more involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. I absolutely love it. I might have a go at that tonight, you know.
It's really nice. It's a really nice little technique. You might just want to just do one in the centre. Yeah. You know, and then just do the basic beading.
Yeah. And use a contrasting, I don't know, pearls maybe around either side.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well done, well done, well done. Very popular. Lots of you there. We've got a star by to bring you. Can you believe we are already almost lunchtime? Can you believe that?
Is this special star by?
Is it the special star by? Are we doing it? So
I've not seen this size. This is so exciting. This is amazing.
So you were saying, Mark, that this strand is on the back of Makes for Men Day. You wanted some really, really, really high quality tiger's eye.
Yep.
Guess what?
Well, I had a bundle in a kit, which were 10, 8, and 6.
Yeah.
We've just had the 10mm strand here. I was desperately wanted this strand, and I didn't get it, and it was saved for today's show.
There we go.
So I'm really, really excited. I've not seen it before. This is how tiger's eyes should be. I've let it out of the bag now.
It's
this is
okay.
how tiger's eye should be seen.
It is the largest size that we actually managed to purchase. I've got just under 100 of these. It's going to be a big star buy. I'm adding this to my order, definitely.
It's so beautiful.
It's up next.
They're taking the mickey out of me.
That's all right.
For sitting on my bead tubes. Honestly.
I'm sure you weren't alone.
Oh, no.
I'm sure you weren't alone. Anyway.
Just look at that.
So we had these specially reserved for today's show. They are, and I completely agree. Look at this one. The finest tiger's eye, and I'll go across the entire strand, that we have ever brought to air. I mean, I've never seen this amount of chatoyancy. Look at that.
This textbook, this is absolutely textbook perfect tiger's eye, isn't it?
Move along, because look at...
See, I love that red, you know. I love that red.
It is stunning, isn't it? Look at that! Look at that chatoyancy. So this is basically because the gemstone forms with internal kind of a tiny feather-like inclusions. They trap and play with the light and bring you what we call chatoyancy. So yeah, an amazing phenomenal effect that just grabs our attention. It is magic almost, isn't it? I mean, look, you've got on this one the most perfect orb. That is, yeah, just.
Look at it, look.
Shining.
That blue one next to it, look.
Oh.
If they both roll, if they move at the same time, each holds its own, doesn't it?
They do, but then I'm looking at this one here as well.
It's got letter N there, look, Michael.
Oh.
Every single one. You will be hard pushed to find, to choose favourites, actually.
I don't think we're ever going to get better than this.
No, I can't see it either. Look at that one there. Oh, my goodness. And then remind me, Michael, where are we taking this to? Sorry, Michael.
Oh, that's Wayne. Hang on.
All right, Graham. Sorry, I call Wayne Graham sometimes. I've got no idea why. It's my age.
Oh, dear.
Really?
Oh, no.
Thank you, Wayne.
That's not what Wayne told me earlier.
Is it not? What did he tell you earlier on?
No.
More?
Wasn't, yeah.
There are how many of these? 93. We're going to put a 60-second clock onto your screen and it's going to start now. So, yeah, these are the larger size that you actually managed to, our team actually managed to acquire on the back of your request for the best quality tiger's eye. So we would firstly expect to pay a premium for that, wouldn't we?
Definitely.
You know, as with all gemstones, the higher the quality, generally the more expensive they are, which makes complete and utter sense. Because, and when it comes to this gemstone, the more chatoyancy, that's basically the #1 fundamental valuing factor of this gemstone.
Can I be really controversial? Really controversial?
Yeah, go on.
I think not having the pink and the green in the strand makes it more wearable. Just saying. I just wanted to put that out.
I tend to agree with you because actually I like the pink and green. Don't get me wrong, I do like those. But this is a lot more earthy. Yeah. It's a lot more. You could just literally knot this as it is and wear it like so. Yeah. So 5 seconds. You would expect to pay Jewellery Makers a premium for the finest quality tiger's eye, but maybe not so much today. If you got the kit, this is a different size to the kit. As you can see, these are 12 millimetres, so the larger size that we have. It's still on a 38 centimetre strand. You're getting a staggering 400 carats of tiger's eye. This is a gemstone. If you look at Thomas Sabo, the prices that they attach to tiger's eye jewellery, beautiful, don't get me wrong. And they tend to be kind of just as stretchy bracelets or even stretchy necklaces. 3-figure price tags on them every single time. Every single time. Start dialing through if you haven't already done so, because already 10% of the stock, 20% of the stock has already gone. Already gone. So get one of these, take it and use. You were saying earlier on about that lovely tassel style necklace. Just use one for that. tassel style necklace. Right, already approaching 30% of the stock being allocated now, folks. So, yeah, if you're shopping with me on the phone lines, you'll need to start dialing quite quickly. If you are with me on the web, then make sure you do check out. So, I mean, you could really make statement earrings like this.
So these earrings here are both using the red in exactly the same size from the kit. So if buying this larger size, I would do exactly the same I've done here, which is a basic peyote bezel around the large one, suspended from the small at the top. That would make the most amazing earrings.
Wow.
I mean, they're statement, but just to have that 12 mil with the bezel around at the bottom, I think will just make it all different.
The larger the size, the more... The more of that chatoyancy you're going to see.
I think specifically with Tiger's Eye, you need a big surface area for it to say what it does on the tin, and this is perfect.
And that's exactly what you're seeing here. Yeah. I mean, look at that. I'm just going to kind of roll them towards you. So it's hard for me to single one out because I can't. They're all amazing. But if I just kind of roll them towards you, look at that. They are absolutely, utterly, look at that red, you're so right. Stunning, aren't they? They conjure up, we've mentioned Lion King, haven't we? Does anyone else see the kind of the Serengeti, if you like, within these gemstones, those beautiful sort of orange tones as the heat is rising? An incredible gemstone. I think most of us, again, recognise that this is actually a Mother Nature gemstone. They recognise the price that it can and it does fetch. Like I said, just for kicks, jewellery makers, have a little look at the price of some of the certain designer brands that feature Tiger's Eye. You can understand why they do. I mean, the fact that Mark, you as a designer, have actually requested this. Yeah. But it's a gemstone that will appeal to both ladies and gents. So, if it's in those baskets, it ain't going to stay there. It's going to be first come, first serve. We are going to bring it to you at that incredible star buy price. Sue, hello to you. Anonymous Collectors, Jax, hello to you. Lisa, Pat, Karen, Brenda, Essex, Sandy, Buckinghamshire, Susan. We've got loads of you on the phone lines. This is what was surprising us.
That's amazing. That's so
12 mil rounds.
That's brilliant.
If you want to see it alongside the strand that was in your kit, I mean, look.
Perfect.
You see the quality of the parcel, can't you?
It is just phenomenal.
I must admit, I saw this arrive and I saw it on Marie's desk and I gravitated towards them as well because you can just tell that this is exceptional quality. Yeah.
Now, I haven't got a strand of Tiger's Eye in my special boxes. This is going in my special box because it's the best quality Tiger's Eye I've ever seen, absolutely ever seen.
And you've been here since?
I've been here 7.5 years.
There we go.
Without a doubt. So, look, I felt quite sorry for Tiger's Eye because it was one of those strands that everybody knows what Tiger's Eye is. The same with lapis and with amethyst. So the quality's been all right, but we wanted something just to take it up to that next level. And Marie has worked really hard to source this for us. And she's done an amazing job. So massive thank you to Marie. Oh, well, it's just incredible.
On the back of what you've just said, I mean, so many of our customers are really saying, gosh, you can really tell Marie is working with you now. Because I agree, the quality of the gemstones will still bring you your affordable gemstones. Of course, you saw the peridot at $4.95. We were never able to go to that price tag before, by the way. Never allowed to go below $6.95. Never, 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 never. However, we can bring them to you. Yeah, you might have to invest that a little bit more but it's there. It's having that opportunity. That being said, $19.95 for this.
How many have we got on that?
Shall we count it? That's a good point. Let's count them. So, would you use your 12 mils in earrings whilst I'm counting?
Exactly the same. I mean, I would. This is just a really simple pair of earrings, and this is just 2 stones that I had left over that I've popped on the bottom of a head pin. I've cut the end off. I've made eye pin loops. So I would sell those for a £5. Just for those 2.
Well, you've got 33.
33.
33
so 16 pairs of earrings. 5 times 16, that's £80 straight away. So. And
I have to say, £5 really? Only £5? Surely 10. Surely. I know Mark is very affordable with his jewellery.
I just like to pass on my savings.
You do. You're a good egg. You're an all-round good egg, to be fair.
But these just, I mean, I feel really quite guilty covering them up with that design now.
Don't feel guilty.
But I wouldn't do that with these. I'd want these in full display. I want everyone to see these.
Do you know what you could do? If you could make this, you could appreciate it, and then after a while just think, you know what, I want to see the tiger's eye, so you can almost strip it back.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still going to be there.
Yeah,
it's not going to. It's not going to change.
That's right.
Check out Devon, Gussie. Good luck to you. I've got new customers: Kathy, Leslie, Lancashire, Sue, Jax, Karen, Brenda, Essex, Sandy, Susan, Pavinda. You will need to check out those baskets if you want to guarantee success, because we only had 93 of them, so make sure you don't miss out on yours.
Wow.
Congratulations, Joel, and give us your feedback on it as well. I think it is quite a striking tiger's eye strand. The moment that you actually see these, you're going to go, oh my goodness, yeah, they are on a whole other level. Yeah. And you're looking at them here in the studio. Wait till you see them actually outside.
So I would get this with a kit, and I would use both strands and just pearl knot in between.
Nice.
Choose a really nice colour that complements all three of the different tones and shades, and do an over-the-head necklace.
So it can go on with your woolly pulleys.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, over your sort of thick knit scarves and jumpers. Yeah, you're going to see that beautiful, beautiful chatoyancy. Oh, I treated myself to a really nice scarf and bobble hat. I like bobble hats and things in the cold. Anyway, and I'm thinking this over the top would be really nice.
I don't think it was you on the show, because you'd have remembered it, but we were talking about the anatomy of turkeys.
Okay.
And the bit under the chin is called the wattle, and the little bit that flops over the nose.
I wonder where you're going with this, by the way, because I was just talking about me in bobble hats. Where are you going with this?
We discovered that it's called the snood.
The snood?
Which is one of those scarfy hat things.
Yeah.
That's what reminded me, because of your big woolly pulley and a snood.
That's all right then.
So if you're ever in a Christmas pub quiz, the little floppy bit on the top of the beak is called the snood.
What's the point of that? The snood. Does it have a point?
I think it's to do with mating rituals.
Oh, okay. And what about all this under here?
Same. Well, that just makes the gobbly noise, doesn't it?
Does it? They are funny things, aren't they? Turkeys are funny things.
That was uncanny.
Willow loves turkeys. They are funny looking things, aren't they? They're quite unfortunate, aren't they?
They are. They're not blessed, are they?
Apart from the back end. I think the back end's quite pretty, you know, that tail.
Yeah. They're not blessed, are they?
Not really, not really. 1995, amazing. Blessed, however, are these tiger's eye. Do you see what I did there?
I did. Perfect. Seamless.
Perfect. Seamless. Bringing it back to your beautiful gemstones.
Well
done. Okay, moving on to... Let's show you this opal that we've got coming up. It's happening in literally 5 minutes' time. I've never seen opal like this before, and I would have tuned in had I known it was being brought to air. Look at the size of these. How many do we have then, Wayne? There's 9. Oh, I would have bought one of these. Do you know, that one there in particular I'm really drawn to. Look at that. Beautiful, quality Ethiopian opal. My goodness.
Which one would you go for?
I really like this one here. But that being said, that's pretty amazing too.
Wow.
They're all fabulous, aren't they? And to be honest, they're beautiful front and reverse. It's coming up in about 5 minutes' time. But first, let's do what, sorry? Oh, triple blacks. Triple matte black. Here we go. So you get 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
They're all the same?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. That'd be for your stash building then.
Perfect to stock up your stashes, especially with blacks, actually, because we don't see them.
And it will go with absolutely everything.
Actually.
No, we don't. You're right, actually. It will go with
get the colours, but not the blacks.
You're right, actually.
So, I don't know, little snowmen for all of your little birds, for all of your... I'd imagine, was it the black gear? You use loads in your kit. You could use them in your little figures there. It's the blacks that make up their eyes. I like the fact that that king now is doing this.
He's getting down.
Love it. Absolutely incredible, aren't they? But yeah, stock up whilst you get them the chance to. So these are 15 O's, 11 O's and 10 O's.
Oh, bro. I don't see 10s very often.
Does that make a difference in what we can actually use them?
It's just a slight variation of size, isn't there? So, if you're doing graduating POT, so going up and then down, so you get that sort of hill and dip look, that might be quite nice. And sometimes when you're doing other maybe if you're doing super duo flowers, the hole between the petals maybe is too small or too big, so then you just go up or down a size using your Delica. So there's a seed bead for every space.
Oh, I like that. That should be your catchphrase.
It should be, yeah.
There's a seed bead for every space. Every orifice and crevice.
Nook and cranny.
Nook and cranny, that's what I was looking for. That's actually what I was looking for. Nook and cranny, because we were talking about it earlier on. Yeah. Sorry. Michael, what are you doing? Yeah, use these with the kits. They'd be amazing with your deal of the day equally, and also your first kit. But get your monochromes, because actually you don't get monochromes that frequently. No. The black or the white actually in your seed beads. So is it a case that they're always on and gone?
Yeah, it could well be. Yeah, I don't see them very often, do we?
Less than £5 per tube. That's amazing. Brilliant. Well done. Moving on to ooh. These are nice.
Oh.
Don't tell me.
Oh, what are they? Oh, magatamas.
Magatamas, that's it.
Oh.
Magatamas. It's that shape, isn't it?
Yeah, the little slippers.
Like little slippers. Clogs.
Little clogs.
Like little clogs.
Yeah.
Galvanised. What's that? Golden galvanised. You've got your galvanised yellow. The magatamas in the centre there. Oh,
they look like wood, don't they?
They
They look like a wood. They're amazing.
They are.
I love those.
So your magatamas are described as matte yellow gold. They are 4 by 7 millimetres. I'll let Mark talk to you about how we use those. You've also got your Delica galvanised yellow gold 11Os. That's in this tube just here, the smaller tube that I'm holding in my right hand. And you get your 8Os, so your galvanised yellow gold sea beads 8Os. So that's these ones here. I'd be stocking up on this bundle actually.
With those black we've just had.
Yes. Oh, that's a really good idea.
That's brilliant.
$16.95. So what do we do with magatamas?
So I use magatamas for kumihimoing. Because you see on the picture going around there. It's like a sort of a squashed super duo shape, one hole that depending on which way you have the magatama determines which angle you go up through. So if we just wait for it to come round again, you either go from bottom to top at a 45-degree angle. Yeah. If you turn it the other way, you go vertically straight up. Okay. So you can use them for the outer edges of designs, but if you use them in kumihimo and you thread them all in the same direction and make a kumihimo braid, it looks like serpentine skin. It looks like all the scales on dragons and things like that. So if you're going down sort of the mythical beast route with sea beading, magatamas are what you need for scales and dragons and things like that. It's
Love
lovely.
that.
It's
it would really work with your tiger's eye that you've just had as well, wouldn't it?
Yes, that'd be amazing.
Picking out the golds. I agree. Stock up, but it's a really lovely colour. I've not seen that colour.
No, I've not seen it before.
Excuse me, the magatamas in the centre there. Yeah, already very, very popular. $16.95, well done. Okay, are you ready for your star buy? Expect this to be one of these.
Blink and you'll miss it.
Exactly. See what I did there? It's up next. I'd be buying one of these as well. I'll bring the graphics on straight away. Zena launched this. If I'd have known, I'd have been dialing through with you, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing it. First time ever.
They're amazing, aren't they?
Oh, they really are. So this is, imagine you and I were actually mining opal. So, you know, we're in that location and, you know, we're searching for this most amazing, amazing treasure. This is how we would almost unveil it from the actual ground, but obviously then polished. I love the fact it's in these really beautiful organic textures. I'm drawn to that one. I don't know why, but this one's choosing me.
It's like a really nice caramel colour, isn't it? Really warming. It's lovely.
Love it.
Oh, they're going already.
Don't wait.
Oh.
There's 6 left. Don't wait, Wayne has just said. Yeah, they are stunning. Got to bring that price onto screen. I would be buying these. I'm quite jealous because this is the first time I've ever seen it. Massively over allocated. How many did we have again? 9. Okay, so London, Lorraine, Jacqueline, Chrissy, Deborah, Pat, you've got yours,
done,
Valerie.
Well
I've got, who's that? Worcestershire, you've got yours. I don't know if there's any left now, I'm not sure. Sold out, well done.
Gosh.
I'm jealous. I want those. I really want those, they're amazing. Okay. Woo! More
Wow.
treats. So you love your tiger's eye, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Goodo.
No, not a strand of the blue.
An entire strand of the blue. So if you've been watching and you're thinking,
Oh my
I
gosh.
really, really like that electric blue, and I like the fact that it's, do you know in velvet sometimes, if you brush it in one direction it's darker,
yes.
and then you brush it in the other it's lighter. You're kind of seeing that with your,
I went
with your tiger's eye.
into a department store. I won't tell you which one, but and somebody had gone into the haberdashery department, and they'd written swear words on all of the cushions by plushing up the other way, and they were really rude.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And none of the sales staff had noticed, so I went and told them, and they were very grateful.
I bet.
Whether it was a child or a teenager, we don't know, but it was really rude.
Naughty.
You can't get ruder. Yeah.
Really?
And
Naughty.
And they just plushed up the wrong way on all the cushions.
You just kind of want to say, have you got nothing better to do? Nothing better to do than write swear words on cushions, basically.
You can write love messages, can't you?
Exactly,
You know,
be
Happy
nice.
Christmas and, you know.
Yeah.
You're joking.
Or hugs. Just something that'll
Yeah.
make you smile.
Yes.
Be happy. That kind of thing. Anyway, but yes, actually, one of the biggest toys this Christmas, I understand anyway, is these teddies, which actually have got, very similar to that, like a sequin tummy that you can actually write messages on. Oh. They're very, very popular. So, for getting this, the reason why we're talking about this, Jewellery Makers, is because you get that movement of blue, don't you? It's not a stagnant colour. It actually migrates, if you like. That's your toy. And see, what? £12.95.
I didn't even know we were doing separate colours.
Did you not?
No, I had no idea.
I mean, the quality is so obvious when you see it in person. I mean, it looks amazing on your screen, but it's even better when you actually get it home.
I would pearl knot it with a gold thread.
Yeah.
I think it warrants it. That'd look incredible, wouldn't it?
I like the idea of
Like
this.
that, yeah. Yeah, just alternating with a spacer in between.
So this is part of the bundle that we had earlier on.
Gosh, why did I miss this?
Well, hopefully you'll be able to
How
get
many
it
have we
today.
got? How many have we got?
75 of them.
Okay.
But they're very popular.
Yeah.
People are multi-buying on them as well. A very good afternoon to you all, Jewellery Makers. Lovely having your company this afternoon. I hope you're all well. I like the idea of using this as well. I keep reaching for this strand.
You
It
do?
was actually our first strand of the day. It is peridot, and this is £4.95, which I just can't get my head around at all. I like the idea of having those together.
It works beautifully.
Love it, love it, love it. £12.95, well done. Hiya, Tony. Hello to you, Northamptonshire. Brenda,
Wow.
John, Jennifer, London. So you're thinking about just literally knotting in between?
Just knotting. But
Gents
with a
jewellery?
gold thread. If you went white, it would be quite nautical, wouldn't it?
Yes, put a bit of red in there as well. It definitely would be. Is there a single summer where the nautical trend is not pictured?
No, I don't think so.
I think every year you see, you know, the white, blue and red, don't you, as a combination. So, yeah, if you're making ahead for your summer collections and your spring collections, I think this will be perfect for that. Don't forget, Jewellery Makers, we have brought you as well, at 10 o'clock today, we had the relaunch of your Deflecto. I did ask the question, by the way, Deflecto. Something to do with
air deflectors.
Air deflectors. That's what the company sort of originally did.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, can I ask you that question on air?" He's like, "It's not really that cool a story." I went, "Oh, okay, Deflecto."
An air deflector.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do as well.
Definitely. Is that a little bit? Is that a little bit?
Is it aerospace?
Aerospace. Yeah.
Sounds like,
so if
doesn't
I
it?
told that to my husband, he'd be really impressed by that.
Yeah.
Because he's aerospace. Huh? There we go. There we go. Well done. Well done. Well
Wow,
done.
that's popular.
Very popular. Moving on to.
Ooh.
I can't see anything in number 14. Black Rutal. Yeah, nothing in number 14. I'll bring you number 8 for the time being, and then we'll bring you that in a second. So Black Rutile Quartz.
This is little pebbly shapes again.
Nice. You know what I'm going to do, don't you? Would you do the same?
Mm-hmm. I think that green goes with anything, doesn't it? That's nice.
That's lovely, isn't it?
It's like the Incredible Hulk.
It's a pretty Incredible Hulk.
Mm.
Is he Marvel? Incredible
He is.
Hulk? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
You don't do Marvel.
Not really.
That's good though.
No, did I guess right
Yeah, you
then?
did. You did. Yeah.
Not really. It's not really my thing. Well, I tried to watch them, but they just don't really.
I love
$4.95 for black rutile quartz.
What's he doing?
That right there is under £10. Oh my goodness.
What's he doing? Why?
Ryan, I agree with you. Ryan did a right there, didn't he? This is a genuine gemstone, Wayne. I'm just saying, I'm not criticising your actions at the end of the day because we all benefit. However, can we just take a moment to remember that this has formed over thousands upon thousands of years? Also, the fact that black rutile quartz is very difficult to facet because those rutilations will actually cause a weakness in the gemstone. You said 14, yeah. Yeah, I mean, then we do it at £2.95.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Look at the quality again, that you can see all of the separate little inclusions there. And the scope to graduate with the colours as well with this strand.
Rutile quartz, you want those kind of impressionist art patterns. So you want those shards, if you like, which travel vertically, horizontally, diagonally. You'll have some which are very beautifully sort of rich in those rutilations, some which are actually quite sparse. So I love it. The drill hole, even down to the drill hole, if you put a black thread through this, it's only going to look like another rutilation.
Imagine red going through it though. Looking at your nails there, that takes me back to the 80s with my bedroom. I had a black, grey, white and red bedroom.
So did my brother.
What, zigzag wallpaper and stripes and
actually,
things?
do you know what my brother did? He got, do you remember that stuff that you used to use on like your bikes and things like that, the tape? He literally did that all across his wall.
Wow.
Painted it and then did like those strips of like the plasticky tape. Yeah, I'm sure it sounds better than it probably looked, to be honest. But yeah, it was an 80s thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The zigzags and stuff. Okay, let's bring you Mookaite cabochons. I adore Mookaite. It's up there with one of my favourite gemstones. I love the colours. We were talking only yesterday, actually, weren't we, about how prominent ochre, yellows, these kind of mustard colours are everywhere, not just in jewellery, but in interior design as well. So much so, I've actually had to sort of rein in my ochre. Yeah, because there's a lot of it in my house. I use it in sort of soft furnishings here and there, like light fittings and things. I've noticed are all this colour. I've got a lot of blankets and pillows, those kind of things. So I've had to rein it in just a tad. But look how beautiful it is. This is a natural gemstone.
Oh my gosh, there's the Queen.
Where's the Queen? Oh yes!
Oh my word. In her robes.
I totally said, there she is.
Oh look.
All right, Queenie.
That's amazing.
Well, how apt.
Yes.
How incredibly apt. One locational gemstone all the way from Australia. There she is. I see it too.
I love the Queen. She's ace.
She is ace, isn't she? I think she's just amazing.
Yeah.
The things that she does. She's still riding horses. Barebacked even as well. She's in the 90s. 200 carats of natural Mookaite. You get a variation of your shapes and your sizes. You get a mixture of your colours. I like this one here. You've got that beautiful, very elegant kind of oval shape, and then a flash of light, if you like, running through the separation of those colours. So yeah, a gemstone which is incredibly desirable. I think it actually shows the beauty of the location in its colours. It is one of my favourite. Look, you can easily make, I think, a pair of earrings there. What do you reckon? Why not? Embrace the fact that they're all going to be completely and utterly unique. It's natural. It's not treated. It's not dyed. And we're at $9.95. Really, for Mookaite.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Imagine that as I can get rid of the smaller ones. Imagine that as a statement ring.
My mum and I, we share our Mookaite. It's the only gemstone that we share, because I like the reds and my mum likes the yellows and the mustard. So we'd really struggled with this cabochon because they're all 50-50 split pretty much, aren't they?
Are.
On each stone.
I'm with you, Mum. I love the ochre colour. I just that colour is just, it just glows, doesn't it? Okay, moving on to. Okay. So, did you love? Have you enjoyed these sort of organic nugget shapes?
I love them. They've been brilliant.
Too.
They're from that deal of the day we had.
Yes, it is. And of course, Director Ollie, he wears. I can't remember if it's tiger's eye or if it's opal. Is it opal? 3.
Yeah.
Just 3 in a macrame bracelet. Did you make it for him? He always talks about that, by the way. Always shows it on air. Always. You could definitely do the same again.
Easily. Yep.
Definitely. You'd wear this too, Ryan, wouldn't you? You'd wear this one. Oh, Ryan might be sulking right now.
Why?
Because he wants a bracelet. Don't sulk, Ryan. I'll make you one. I'll make you one. £4.95.
That's lovely.
£4.95. And again, you've got the mixture of colours. So I'm going to bring this strand back. I'd be putting them together. This is the one from the kit.
That blue, I can't stop looking at that blue. It's electric blue, isn't it?
It is. £4.95. I really enjoy the fact that sometimes gemstones, yes, they look amazing, faceted. We said the same about our deal of the day. But sometimes, you know, when you have got, especially phenomenal gemstones, you know, almost don't mess with them, I suppose.
No.
Just polish the exterior so we can see that beautiful, beautiful Chateau. See, look at that one there. Isn't that fabulous? Start dialing through. Okay, are you ready for some topaz? Time's running out, you know. Running out. It has been one of the quickest shows.
It has been, actually. It's gone
flown
very
by.
quickly. Yeah. Flown by.
So here's a gemstone we don't see every single day. Naturally brilliant forming. I'm talking about topaz. Topaz, much like your diamonds. Hang on a minute, this is imperial topaz. Okay, so imperial as in what? What? Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a... Really? How many have we got of these? Okay, as the name suggests, imperial topaz is regarded as the finest topaz in the world. It is, do you know, less than a carat is actually unearthed from certain mines in any given day. And you've got how many? 52 carats. Have a little look. Just in my opinion, I love imperial topaz, so I do a lot of reading about it. In my opinion, still the best, the best document I've ever read online about imperial topaz was actually Matt Bennett's from Gemporia's Learning Library. Have a look on there. It's a fascinating read. It'll tell you just how rare this gemstone is, and the fact that most miners, or mine owners I should say, will own it not because of profit, but because they want to own one of the finest gemstones on the planet. It is very similar to a champagne diamond. You get this really beautiful, distinctive colour. Have you noticed straight away how passionate I am? I can't believe it's going to the price that it is.
That's so lovely.
And that's natural. Oh gosh, I mean, it's a silly statement, but if there's any of them left, I'm definitely buying them.
Beautiful.
Isn't it?
It was named after the Tsars of Russia, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's so little of it comes out of the ground that when Matt Bennett actually went over to one of the Brazilian mines, so it might well be this mine, it might be the Ouro Preto mine itself, he was quite surprised by how much is invested into the machinery, etc., but how much of it is actually unveiled. So they saw 2 gemstones come out of the ground in the entire day that they stayed there, and they passed directly to security, and they weren't large carat weights like this, so very, 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 very rare, and beautiful. Look at the prices of imperial topaz online. It's that very distinctive, soft champagne colour. Already we've got collectors getting involved, and you are collectors if you're buying this. You might not know it, but you are. If you're getting this, you are definitely a collector. 52 carats of natural imperial topaz. Get your certificate of authenticity with this, folks. That's just ludicrous.
I'm not going to be a part of this one.
Wayne knows his gemstones. Wayne, again, you've sold imperial topaz for thousands. Yeah, me too. Me too. You've sold a piece of imperial topaz for £9,995. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. It's a very, very rare gemstone. Topaz, like diamonds, it's naturally brilliant forming, so it loves to have clarity, it loves to show that internal brilliance, but it actually adopts quite similar colours to your diamonds as well. This is like a champagne diamond, extremely sought after. I am stunned by this opportunity. So if you can imagine it, yeah, just have a little look. Don't do it now. Make sure you get your purchase. But have a little look. Gemporia Learning Library at Matt Bennett's document on Imperial Topaz, and you will read there pretty much everything that I've just said there, but obviously in finer detail. That was his visit, which was I think about 6 years ago. Might have even been longer than that. Things haven't changed in terms of Imperial Topaz is still as desirable then as it is. As desirable now as it was then. $7.95. You're so right to be shaking your head at this. Talking about one of the rarest gemstones on the planet.
It's crazy. Anyway.
Really is. It's going to be an on-screen sale out. Well done.
Wow.
Over allocated on that. I'd be buying that too. Wow.
So when are you back with us?
When am I back? I'm back. Oh, have I got to go?
We've got a minute.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so caught up in my Imperial Topaz then I wasn't paying any attention. Never mind, Ryan. I'm back now on Thursday. When are you back?
I'm back. Well, I've got a few days at home prepping for DVDs that we're filming next week, ready for Christmas Day.
Very exciting.
But I'm actually back next Tuesday morning on the show with you again.
Yay! And we have got something quite exciting coming up on that Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say just yet. I'll tell you later.
Gemstone-wise or product-wise?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah, tell you later.
Okay.
But do not go anywhere though, because the mid-show has got an amazing lineup. I can see straight away over there some beautiful. I think that's chrysocolla.
Crazy,
wow, wow, wow. Yes, it's been loads of fun today. Make sure you check out your baskets, Jewellery Makers. We have brought you today Deflecto. Yeah, with Sam earlier on.
And his lovely watch.
Yeah, he was very easy on the eye. And what a pleasant chap.
I like his watch.
Yeah, he had a lovely watch. Very nice watch. Make sure you guarantee success. Hannah's like, oh, really? Really? Yeah, watch tonight. Yeah, watch tonight. Have you missed him? Oh, no. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much, Mark. You're amazing as always. Have a good afternoon.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community.